Okay, what up ladies and gents, it's your favorite Asian robot right here, and today we are about to stream some TFD. So, I've been streaming this a bit less lately because obviously there isn't that much for me to do. But, you know, I can't really abandon this community. I mean, this community is still my home. So, I'm here today and ready to rumble and rock. Let me go live on TikTok as well. Okay, I'll just put that to the side there. It's fine. Okay. Hello, Rubalicious. How are you today? Give me a second to tweet. Yeah, good evening. Hello, temporary. TFD is trying to drum up some attention on PAX, huh? Hit view milestones during PAX East. Live stream to unlock online rewards. Well, I hope everybody gets what they need. So 1 second. Hello, Michael. Doing good, Rubalicious. Really can't complain. There it is. Hello, Nadar. Okay, my tweeting is completed. Go to the usual. When is the live stream? No clue, Rubalicious. I will not be attending anyway. So you have to find out from either their official Discord or their Twitter page. Hello, Kane. Okay, let's start the poll for today. No problem, Nadar. Welcome to the best and only channel that'll actually help people. If you have any questions to ask, today will be the time to ask. Okay, simple poll. There we go. Not very hopeful for Sunday. What's happening on Sunday, Intellium? Is that the live stream or whatever? Because I am genuinely just chilling. I mean, I want this game to pick up, but I'm really not stressing about it, honest to God. What Descendant am I using? This is Kyle. I'm gonna do some funky fresh stuff soon. Hey, Bear. While chilling with you guys, like I said, I'm gonna pull off some funky fresh stuff today. You ever seen me pull off some funky fresh stuff? Because you're about to see some funky fresh stuff. It's called I've Got Nothing Better to Do, so let's go do weird stuff. Gunlands is fun. I posted my tutorial on it. I don't care about what views it gets, but if anyone ever needs to play Gunlands, the tutorial's up. Because I taught people how to play my way of Gunlands, which is ridiculous, but also hilarious. I mean, if you want to achieve it, man. Do I look like I'm even trying that shit? Medals are just not cool enough for me to bother. Oh yeah.
You won't get through.
But anyway, honest to God, look, what I will say is this. I actually have a deal going right now. I actually have a deal that will be happening in the near future. I just want to be transparent about this. That will bring a different game to the forefront of what I do. Alright, so I'm looking forward to it. I think that right now what TFD just needs is time, and I'm more than happy to give it plenty of time. You know, me hoping for a short-term change is not going to change anything, so I'm just going to relax. I mean, I'll play here and there, but I'm just relaxing right now, you know? I'll still make y'all builds and content and whatever. Like I said, here and there. But yeah. I'm honestly just chilling. Right now, my biggest focus is my music. And honestly, I've been getting a lot more attention from my music. So thank you to everybody that's been checking it out on my videos and stuff. It really means a lot that you guys are doing that. I've seen quite a few people actually tuning in. And as for the polls, I just think that, you know, it's one of the common questions that I keep getting asked on stream. You know, people always saying the season should be longer, shorter. So I figured, you know what? Why don't I do a poll and find out what people really want? You know? Do they want it longer? Do they want it shorter? I want to know what they think. Yeah, go ahead. Vote in the poll for whichever option you want. I'm just here to see the results of the poll at the very end. I see 5% already voted for the joke option. You guys are always hilarious. I love that. For those on TikTok, if you want to have your say in the poll is on YouTube. Unfortunately, it can't separate into two polls because my TikTok doesn't get enough viewership, but you're welcome. You're welcome to vote in my YouTube poll. Yeah, so what I can reveal about my new deal is that, look, the person who contacted me knows the quality of my work, and they've been fighting to get creators a good deal for a long time. They've worked really, really hard on this deal, and because they worked so hard on the deal, I was the first person they pulled up. You know, so I heard what they had to say, and it sounded like a very good deal for me. So I said to them, okay, I'm your man, you know? And we worked out a deal today, and June 1st I'll be returning to a game I used to play and make builds for. I had previously left that game due to differences, creative differences, and also I was not happy with the direction of the dev team, but the community manager herself spoke to me and has offered me something very valuable. So I said, all right, you're gonna show faith in me? I'm gonna show faith in you, you know? So thanks to that, I will be returning. But yeah, nobody's ready for the new deal. But the downside is that for that particular game, because it is very intense, there's slightly less chat interaction that you would normally get on, say, a game like TFD. I mean, I love to interact with my chat, don't get me wrong. But that particular game requires full concentration, so I'm not gonna lie on that. That being said, I am sure you guys will enjoy the show. It can get pretty funny and it can get pretty intense. Take note that it will mostly be happening on the morning time slot, though. So my regulars will be able to tune into that. Again. Oh yeah, no, I appreciate it. I'm just happy that right now,
Activating barrier.
TFD's player base doesn't seem to be in like super free fall like it was for the past couple of days, so it's looking like it's sort of bottomed out, which I'm kind of hoping, because if this is as low as it's gonna get, then that's not half bad, you know.
Objective neutralized successfully.
That's okay, though. One. I might bring it to the evening stream some days, but we'll see. Cause look, no matter what, I'm still a TFD content creator. I'll still be here making content, so I try to keep my evening streams for that. Yeah, game's boring for everybody. Yeah, they already fixed that though, Ducks. And besides, I wouldn't really consider it an exploit. There's a difference between exploit and bug. You gotta be very careful about this language, Ducks, and I'll tell you why. Okay. An exploit is something done by a player that is deliberately done to circumvent a game system. Alright, that is an exploit. A bug is when the problem is on the developer's end and it's no fault of the gamers, meaning a gamer cannot directly manipulate something. The reason why this difference is important is that exploits are bannable offenses, whereas bugs are non-bannable offenses, because you cannot be banned for a bug. A bug is strictly developer side, whereas an exploit is entirely of the player's volition. It can be a difficult, it can be like a very difficult line to draw, but it's a very crucial line that needs to be drawn, because a lot of times, right, when it comes down to faulting players, you have to look at whether it's a bug or an exploit. We actually, funnily enough, this is the same discussion I had with somebody in Season 0. I still remember it. Because one guy was calling something like, oh my god, this is an exploit, this is an exploit. I said, no, it's not an exploit, it's a bug. Well, Reinhardt, I hope so. Hey, Jamel. We're already seeing a lot of marketing for Season 3, so I think they're hoping that Season 3 will be a big sort of reset, which is fine with me if they want to do that. Look, for me at this moment, I'm just chill cruising because I know that this season's pretty much dead in the water. The only thing that's even going to flip anything is so-called, well, you know what, alright? There's a bit of motion in the ocean, alright? But it still means small craft advisory, alright? I know some folks are going to be collapsing on Bunny's high tides. B5, you sunk my battleship. Well, Jamel, in Season 3, yeah, they probably will have. I think they seem to be focusing all their resources on that. I think everybody took advantage of the weekly missions bug. For me, it was unnecessary. I was just chilling anyway. I didn't care. I got all the resources I could ever want, so I'm not sweating heavy. I don't think so, the one. Hey, SirTommy, well, yes it is. Well, yes it is. I think I may have forgotten to post it in Discord. Lol.
Here I come.
Did I forget to post in our Discord? I think I did. Yep, I did. I knew it. most people are in for the long haul, but like I said, for me, I think that they're gonna need some time to get right. The thing is, season 3, as far as I know, and based on what they appear to be selling, you know, they're selling it as like somebody already said in chat. It seems to almost be like a heavy reboot. You know, not reboot of our progress and things like that, but it's like, you know, they really want it to be something different. So I don't know. We'll see. So yeah, I'm relaxed, and I'll see what happens. You know. Hey, Jono. I hope they don't release another new Descendant, because basically I think they should focus on the ones that are currently unplayed. It'd be kind of nice if they did that. And the other thing that I'm worried about for collabs is that the skins better not be overpriced. Because if they do some overpriced shit, I think people are going to be pretty mad. Yeah, somebody just followed me on TikTok. Hello, Kita. So, that was that. I'm willing to apply these for now. Just because I'm searching for a particular reactor. But I haven't found it just yet. Steam is roughly usually about 1/3. It's actually slightly more than 1/3, but it's roughly about 1/3 of the player count. So I only use Steam as a trend guide. Don't ever look at the Steam numbers as a whole. What you're interested in is the trend, and right now trend is pretty stable. It's not going down anymore, which is kind of nice. Hopefully it doesn't dip further, that's all. Yeah, I know, Reinhardt. That's why I say collab skins, I'm not a big fan of them, especially if they're overpriced to put people out of pocket. In which case, my people are simply not gonna buy. I'll tell you right now, people would rather give me $5 because at least I make quality music and shit, rather than spend it, like, blow their paycheck on just one bit of DLC. Of course, the whales will definitely be able to buy, which is great for them, but I think that if they, like, they're not Blizzard. Let's be frank, they're not Blizzard. So I think if they lose the interest of the average player, and players kind of already lost interest other than a few very, very specific individuals who were interested in schoolgirl outfits. I think they already lost that. Mystic may drop by. She's usually asleep around the evening stream times. So Mystic may drop by. But yeah, I haven't seen Fern at all. Who knows? Maybe she will return. Maybe not. No, you're absolutely right about that, Ballistic, and I think that that is one of the big issues that they need to understand right now. Polo, yeah, definitely. I think that they need to understand that the voice line bug, it really needs to be resolved. Hopefully they do. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens, honestly. For me, I think that right now they're just in this like, okay, we're gonna take the heat for now, all right, and we're gonna take the heat. We're just gonna keep people, you know, borderline interested, and then we're gonna drop something big. But we'll see.
It's over.
I think the fact of the matter, though, the one is that although I understand the skin price is a concern, right? People are paying for them, so yeah. Listen, you will be addressed as Polo 10, alright? Unless I see a reason to do so otherwise. So from now on, you're Polo 10, good sir. I will call your YouTube name how I see your YouTube name. If you want your YouTube name pronounced a specific way, go to the YouTube settings, change your YouTube name so that it looks exactly like it should be pronounced. So from now, you're Polo 10. Do I think supports have a place? Nope. Do I look like, does my character look like he needs a support? I mean, genuinely. Does he even look like he needs a support? The answer is no. So, if they really want supports to have a place, they're gonna have to revamp their game. It's like they were trying to sell an MMORPG type format, but somehow lost the plot along the way. And now there's only one class in the game, and it's DPS. Aerial ace, baby. To be honest, I'm just lazy to learn pronunciation, John. Even if Eugen gets new red modules, who the hell cares? How many people play Eugen? You got what I mean? I'd rather they introduce new modules for Haley. But it is what it is. There's so many Descendants that are new and still in need of modules. At least in my opinion. Kita, I don't have a Eugen build, so not sure whose builds you're following, but they're not mine, dude. I've never ever built Eugen at all. So if you're following somebody else's build, then well, can't help you with that, man. Never made a build for Eugen, buddy.
Objective neutralized successfully.
Pretty much, yeah, Rubee. You right about that. I forgot to even cue my research. That's how much I've been on other grinds lately. Season 3 is coming out in 41 days. You got 41 days till Season 3 comes out. I mean, most Ajaxes just run around smacking stuff. It's just fun. It's just funny when farming, but I mean, it's just fun for a while. Then after that, if you want to be efficient, you gotta do some real deal, you know? You gotta do some of the real deal. If you want to be efficient. How many keys do I have actually? Yeah, I got 733. I'm fine. Glad you're enjoying the sharing builds. Like, fun to take a breather with it, you know?
I am analyzing the void.
Can always take a nice breather.
Here I come.
Lol, SirTommy. Yes, you should have. Go rest, buddy. Thank you for always supporting, pal. Means a lot.
Here I come. Here I go.
Ta-da.
I am the final gift.
Fair enough, Kita. Like I said, never made a single Eugen build ever. But enjoy the content that you're watching.
That's pitiful.
His third is basically how you level him up. Of course, Kita, my builds are the best. That's why most people don't bother playing the characters I don't play. I mean, you can use it for fun, but it'll never be a robot build, you know? So most people just play what I play. That's it. If I play it, then they'll play it. If I don't play it, they usually don't. Let's check in with the polls. 68 votes so far. 46% prefer shorter. 40% say 90 days is perfect. Fair enough.
That's pitiful.
Messed up there for a second.
You won't get
Yum,
through.
yum, 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 yum. Give me mag, give me mag, give me mag, give me mag.
I am the final gift.
The headbutt is fun, not gonna lie. But there's some very annoying things about their skills that I really wish they would change. I can't remember. I can't recall, actually. I can test it now for you just once. Why not? Sure, Zal. You're welcome to do that. So long as you abide by the rules as per normal, just don't make me throw you out, you'll be fine. You're always welcome to just take a look at the polls. Well, yeah, this is Kyle. And as long as you're using my build, yes, you will, in general, one-shot. Let me see if I can do it to Gluttony. This is a legal one-shot build. I'm not surprised that the poll is mixed. I mean, quite frankly, most people had been telling me that they wanted shorter seasons, so it looks pretty much like any other divide in the community. I mean, there's half that say it's fine, half that say it's too short, it's too long, you know. So, no idea what the right answer is, but there's definitely not a clear majority.
Collide.
Okay, let's try.
Collide.
Oh no. Nope, I wasn't maxed on that. You can't quite one-shot him, but I didn't max my ability. I gotta do it again. That was a pain. Okay, I gotta do it again. 1 second. Again. build will be on my YouTube channel eventually. It's not posted right now. Okay. Okay, first we soften up the target. Now we need to wait a second. 1, 2. Okay, here we go. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Yep, one shot. Sort of. You still have to weaken the target and get max buffs on it, but you can one shot Gluttony. So the truth is, Rubee, that it is possible. But you'll need full Enlightened Mage set. Also, hang on, gotta adjust my position. Ugh, that was annoying. But yeah, you need full Enlightened Mage set, so I'm gonna do it again. But yeah. Well, you can one-phase him because you'll knock him down, but the point is that you want to do a one-shot, right? So, I'll explain what I'm doing in just a second. So first, you got to build up your magnetism to max, and this is with about 20,000 shields, so you have a lot of magnetism to build up. So I'm building that up right now, right? Make sure to restore your shields because you're going to use a module. You got to get the debuff on him, then you got to wait. You got to wait till your non-attribute Enlightened Mage debuff fully goes to 0, right? Then you got to trigger it again. You got to get all 3 stacks, otherwise you get no bonus. Once you have all 3 stacks stacked up together with, if you have even just 1 Secret Garden power up, you're set. If you have none, I can't guarantee the one shot, but if you have them all, it's yeah. No reason to play in teams, V8. I'm just here to demonstrate my stuff to chat. I mean, what's the point in playing in a team? It's gonna be slower. Whatever a team can do, with all due respect, I can do better and faster, so... Weeboo. Fuzo, I mean, it really depends on you. Like, right now, it's at one of its lowest player counts, but that's because a lot of people already finished most of the content. They're kind of bored. So it's really up to you. If you feel the urge to play, like, this type of game, like, you feel in your bones, like, man, I'm really itching to play some First Descendant, you can come back, but otherwise, I mean, up to you, man. That's the honest answer. Okay, now back to what I was doing. Come on. Not even one of these? Oh, wait, here. There we go. This is what I needed. Okay, problem solved. I was looking for this. Actually, problem not so solved. Hold up. Beam rifle. Beam rifle. Beam rifle. There's a beam rifle. Season 3? I don't know if it'll bring it back. I'm just gonna make the prediction, though, that it will be somewhat okay. No problem, Chance, but you can definitely grind the ultimate version. Okay, what you got to understand, Mr. Chance, is that you got to take this game in stages. You got to take this game in stages, all right? First is that you need to get Ultimate Bunny. They've already made the grind for her super easy. Once you get your Ultimate Bunny, you can start farming your first bosser, which is usually Haley. Even my even my old builds for Haley work. So once you have Haley, then you can start bossing, right? Or you can literally boss with any other character. You want Serena, you want any of the others, you can do that too. Once you start bossing, you can literally farm any character in the game. So either you farm like Ultimate Bunny, then get a bosser, go farm whatever you want, or Ultimate Bunny, usually you can also farm up Ultimate Freyna. It's really not that difficult. So you'll be able to get her pretty easily. But there's a method to this game, and you gotta follow that method. And once you do, you'll be able to get her. I don't recommend investing in the normal version, because if you invest in the normal version, you can't bring it over to the ultimate version. You need a special item from events called a photonic imprinter, which they don't give out that often. So it's not, so you cannot just take the normal Descendant build and then put it on the ultimate. It doesn't work that way. So please remember that. All right. Please remember that. And this is also why for this particular game, you have to tune into official creative streams, because you will learn the most here. So if you just go in blind, you're going to flop a lot. Like, not trying to be mean, I'm just going to tell you, you're going to flop a lot, because that's literally what happens to most people. They'll go in, they'll think to themselves, man, I know everything that I need to know. What do I need to watch a creator? Then one little thing will go wrong, and then everything else tumbles down and becomes more inefficient, and they just feel like they can't handle it anymore. So that's what happens pretty often, and that's why I usually tell people, look, you really want to do well at this game? Okay, but tune into creator streams. I promise you it'll help you. Actually, wait, what am I doing? Why am I doing this one step at a time? I should just do it all at once. Easy. Clear. Okay, now let's enhance the option. Yep, as long as you got the time and patience, it's fine. That's the most important thing. But do tune into my streams more often and you'll learn a lot. Sometimes you'll even learn from the members of my community rather than just me. Okay, got what I needed. Now then, since I have what I need for the most part, put my filters back to normal. Upgrading the percentage on cores. Not sure what you're talking about, V8. You can't do that. You have to keep re-rolling cores. Blair? Hell no. I wouldn't play Blair even if Blair himself begged me to play him. Not like that, sorry. Blair is uncool. He is too uncool for school. I'm gonna swap over to a different skin. Okay. There we go. Nope, V8. If you don't know what I just upgraded, then you are what we call a super noob. Nah, I'm just kidding. I was upgrading a reactor, dude. That's all I did. Just upgraded a reactor, nothing else. And the question is, where did I put it? Yeah, there it is. Okie dokie day. Now, can't remember. What do I even have two of these? Yeah, it doesn't matter. Okay, I have one of these, and then I have, well, one of these. Okay, then that leaves me with two options. And I want cooldowns, so give me my cooldowns. Memory. What about the sensor? defense? You. Overall is not great, actually. Why is the overall so bad? I'm not particularly keen on this. I think I'll just drop that. Let's throw out all these modules. I don't want them. Let's rebuild this from the basics. Okay, since we're gonna rebuild them from literally the basics, let's do this like warriors. Oh, I never put sprint speed cores on this, did I? I guess I should. Do I even have cores for sprint speed?
If it's about weapons, you come and talk to me.
Never thought I'd run out of yellow cores, but I guess that's how it goes for speed sticks. I don't need to make that many. Can I just make like 55? That'll do. 17 million? Not too much of a price to pay.
Keep it short.
Alright, let's do this. Come on, sprint speed. Sprint speed 17, I'll take it. It's not quite 20, but hey. 16. Okay. I'll take it for now. Reload time modifier. I just want no downtime on a reload, so that'll work. Okie dokie day. Now, let's see what the actual stats on this gun are. I definitely don't need this. What was it? Was this? This should do. Don't have enough proficiency on this to change it anyway, but it's fine. That is fine. Or should I just be using chill priority, actually? This thing already has natural chill attacks. Chill priority makes sense to me. But I can't just put it on, can I? Bugger. Guess I'll have to wait. I'll just leave the super cool plasma there for now. And I'll alter this a little later. Expand. How much is my mag size? Does it really matter? Because with this, I'll now have 59. Could I just drop that? Put chill priority in there, since I don't care about it anyway. And I've got this free slot for extra stuff, which I'm not drastically worrying about. How much does the superconductivity charge actually help? Let's actually find out before we even build this shenanigans.
Would you like to access the laboratory?
Off we go. Hey Don, how's it going? How you doing today, girl? Good to see you tuning in regularly, eh? Alright. Let's spawn a dude. Order truth is fine. Easiest way to see the DPS. Max level, of course. Not gonna waste my time on anything else. Spawn the nerd. Okay, so step 1 without the superconductivity charge. Here we go. Okay, you know what? It's probably best if I reset all this, reset all this crap, and we do it right here. Okay, average DPS 1.172 mil, total damage 7.6. Right. Okay, now we will put the superconductivity charge in and see what happens. Right. Total damage and average DPS, we need to see whether or not they change and how much is the change. All right, let's go.
Loading.
How the hell is the average DPS lower? So this does not beneficially, in my personal opinion, help. Now, granted, there's no 100% crit rate here, but okay, fine. If we want to do a real test, then I guess we should go blank, shouldn't we? All right, fine. We'll go at it blank, and we'll see what happens. Full reset. Here we go. Blank test. Because it will still have a crit rate no matter what. So, yeah. 365. Okay. And then now we put on this. See if there's any benefit to this. Otherwise, we're just going to drop it as a mod. I'm going to wait till my bonus fades, and then we'll do it again. Okay, my bonus is faded. Here we go. Barely even an increase. It's like a minimal increase. So I'm just going to drop that as a module and just not care about it. So I have this many slots now. And I need to see the base stats of the weapon. Let's see. No, not at all. It's money.
New super chat received.
It does have multi-hit damage, so I'm kind of thinking about it. Hey, super chat. Thank you, Don. Appreciate you. Look at that. Thank you very much. I'm going to add you to the list. Don D. Arc. Yay, new person in the listing. Thank you. I'm not sure. I wasn't paying attention to that. I wonder if I can put multi-hit on this thing. Actually, let's go see. What kind of multi-hit modules do I have that I can work with reasonably? Excuse me. So multi-hit, weak point damage, multi-hit chance with weak point damage. I do kind of need the best possible multi-hit chance. I need more R slots, but okay. Let's go level up this mod first. My YouTube's the same as TikTok, yes. Let me go see the diff of the individual mod. Let's diff this. I want to see whether we can diff this shenanigans. Email? Why would you send me an email, Star?
If all modules were the same, I'd be out of a job, right?
Weren't you the guy that got chat muted last time? Well, anyway, it was only for 24 hours. Just don't cause trouble today. And do not send me an email unless it's business related. If it's not business related, then it goes straight to spam. I don't read most emails. I'm inundated with work emails, so yeah, I set good filters. Okay, fire rate minus 15%. Let's actually try this out. So what I'm gonna do here, actually, let's build a separate test. I've been wanting to test this for a while. Okay, first, we have this. And we should actually do even more testing because this will be more hilarious. Okay, multi-hit chance and damage. Where's the damage one that affects fire rate? Let me actually see this. There is one that affects fire rate, isn't there? Damage and fire rate. There we go. Okay, so this one affects damage and fire rate. We're gonna level up these modules.
Welcome to the modules lab.
Hey, Carval. Anyway, don't worry about the reset, Rubee. What we were gonna do is we're gonna do some real testing now. Okay, so we do that first. Now we have this set. And Don, once again, thank you so much for that super chat. Genuinely appreciate the love and support. Okay, this is clear. All right, so now we have these. Then we're also going to work on the other two modules, which are the ones that deal with multi-pierce trigger as well. I gotta do that. And then where is the critical hit damage? Okay, no, that will be affected here because it comes under multi-hit damage. I guess I'll level it up first, and we'll go with multi-hit chance here. So we're gonna level them both up.
Ask me anything about modules.
Well, if you send me an apology, it's fine. In that case, look, I'm just gonna accept it, dude. Like I said, most likely it went to spam, and I haven't seen it, so it's fine. Like I said, don't worry about it. Just don't cause trouble. Usually, most people don't get banned unless it's a serious offense, and most of the time it's just 24 hours. At most, if I have to, so it's fine. Okay, so we got that. All right, now we got to do the other one. We're going to enhance all these modules for fun, and we're going to play around with all the numbers. So critical hit damage. Okay, where's the other critical hit damage for multi-hit? I also want to level up some of these, but they're not really beneficial here because the weak point multiplier is 1 times anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I've been doing good, Carvel. Really, really cannot complain. I mean, I want to complain, but I'm not gonna. Where did I put it earlier? I swear I saw it. Aha, here it is. I've been staring at it the whole time. Okay, multi-piercing sights. That's what we want.
Welcome. You're here for modules, right?
I hate how the names are so similar. Okay. Leveled up. Grand. So now we have all these, and then now what we're going to do is we're going to test the value between crits versus multi-hit. And to speed up the test, actually, to speed up the test, we shouldn't use the fire rate module. It should be under natural circumstances. Okay. So let's go find our answers.
Would you like to access the laboratory?
Into the lab. I don't know, Base Vegeta. That's what we'll find out. Why don't we find out together? Why don't we find out together? Okay. Right. All right, test number 1. First, let's find out whether fire rate itself benefits this. So we can open up a little notepad. So we're going to establish the baseline first.
I'm loading.
The baseline is something like 360% or whatever. 360k. Average and total is 2.2181k. Okay. Okay, we're just gonna repeat that test because we always gotta do more than one. Delete. Okay. 2.48. Okay, this time around was 364k. AVG with 2408k. T standing for total. And we do it one more time. So we just get a good baseline going and we actually know what's up. Hey, Martin. Again. Oh, right, because the effect. I keep forgetting that. You know what? Just for this test, I'm going to just completely remove the inversion reinforcer. No inversion reinforcer now. This will stop skewing the numbers. I do so love testing. Okay, again, right from the beginning, right from the top. We'll now record without the influence of the inversion reinforcer. Therefore, we don't have to sweat about it and worry about it. Okay, this is more natural. 332k average with 2017 KT. All right, we're going to do it again.
Again!
I'll never not play that sound effect. Okay. Okay, this time around we got a 288. The 17, and it's probably because some of the shots actually missed or didn't crit as much, but it doesn't matter. We'll do it one more time just to get a good idea. Okay. 299k AVG with a 1.1813 KT. Okay. Right. Okay, baseline. Now with fire rate. Okay, let's see the test now. Same thing. We're going to just now add fire rate to it. So let's answer the age-old question. Does fire rate actually hurt beam rifles or improve beam rifles? Let's find out together. Certainly blew through my ammo faster. It ticked up, but then it ended up ticking lower, which is weird. I mean, the total damage didn't really change, but I don't know why it ticked so strangely. So I'm going to disregard that first test, and we're going to do it again. Unless it's because of VS's passive. VS's passive is interfering with this, isn't it? I just realized that that's what's actually causing the problem, which means I need to use a neutral character that doesn't have that issue. Say hello to Ajax. Hi, Ajax. You are going to help me with this test. Oh my god, I didn't even think of that silly passive. Okay, Ajax, here's what you're going to do for me, pal. We're going to do the test on fire rate first, then we'll do the baseline. I know it's a bit of a backward decision, but it is what it is. Now, does Ajax's passive have anything to do with fire attack? Okay, nope, that's fine. Okay, Ajax should be a safe bet. Let's test. Fire rate first. Okay, 361. Okay. Okay, with 1646 KT. All right. Great, we're gonna do that again. Reset this. Hey, Lady Neo. 331k, but with a lower average, okay. And one more time. Here we go. Okay, some of the shots there definitely missed, and I could tell that. Okay. This seems like a more naturalized result. It fell each time, but lol. That's fine. That can be expected with some variations. Alright, great. So fire rate, now we gotta reestablish the baseline, so sorry about that, because Viesa's passive was interfering. So we're going to do it again. This time around, we're going to utilize Ajax's... we're just going to use Ajax for test. Let's establish the baseline, and we'll find out. Without fire rate, what are we doing? So without any fire rate, first one was 235k average with a 1429k total. All right, again. $275k average, 1680 total. Okay. And we reset it again. Okay, here we go. Okay, this one is 272k with a 1647k total. Okay. So, does fire rate, should you buy a Labby or just hunt Shepherd? Different Descendants use different dogs, but most skill-based Descendants will just use the Hagio Shepherd. I would not recommend buying it unless you really want to, or you don't have the time to farm it, because the dog's pretty easy to farm. Choice is yours, but I would say the Shepherd. Also, if you're going to buy anything, please make sure you've registered me as your creator first, especially if my content has been helping you, Chance. Yeah, don't forget that. The doggo doesn't do anything, no. So the doggo is just an extra. He's just there to exist. Okay. Now we've established the baseline and the fire rate. Fire rate obviously improves your average DPS, but obviously doesn't change your total damage, which is fine. So now the key question is, let's go test which of the multi-hit is the best. Should we go for fire rate or should we go for crit? Let's find out. Okay. Let's start with the fire rate triggers. So fire rate chance and fire rate damage. We're going to pile them both together. Here we go. Let's see what happens. They heal and give bullets, but you can farm them. I'm just saying you don't have to buy them. You can just farm them. So it's up to you. So you want to buy them, totally fine as well. But you have to pick one. And for skill-based Descendants, most will use the Hagio Shepherd. That's all the answer you need. Don't worry about the rest. Anything else is just extra nonsense. Okay, with multi-hit, using fire rate. Okay, my first test yielded 37k and 2. Wow. Okay, that's a major increase to the overall DPS in total. That's beautiful. Not seeing much difference in the average DPS, but hey, we're seeing some great difference in the totals, which I like. Okay, we're gonna do it again. This technically allows the weapon to still crit, but it'll suffer more in terms of, okay. Anyway, never mind. Don't need to think about that. Okay, that's 365k with a 3091k total. Lovely jubbly. And then now we're gonna do one more test. Reset again. Sounds good, Chance. Thank you for that. Okay. So this is looking pretty stable, to be fair, even with the multi-hit chance. We appear to have 3093k total. Okay, so now we're going to test the other multi-hit, which saps away critical hits and all that. So let's find out whether or not that one will perform better. Multi-hit chance and damage. Okay, saved. Okay, here we go. Tests are so soothing, to be honest. Okay, I'm gonna disregard that first test because it seemed really skewed, but okay, again. Holy cowabunga. The average was, okay, with minus crit. Alright, the average that we got ended up at like 266k average with only a 1612k total. That's not much of an increase at all, despite the much higher factors. So I'm actually just gonna not even bother testing further. I'm gonna do it one more time though. But this seems like such a total waste. So sapping away the crits really hurt it by a lot, so we know not to do that, huh? Because that's the only multiplier that we have. So, I mean, I kind of figured it, but that's pretty bad. And no problem. Happy to do this kind of testing in front of everybody. It's always fun. This is what a real man would do anyway. Okay, so dropping the fire rate is not actually bad. Starters. So now that we know which is giving the best bang for the buck with multi-hit, now we've already established that fire rate is the best, but if we add in fire rate and we were to use multi-pierce trigger, we have to remove this. Just for the sake of thorough testing, we're going to try it with multi-pierce trigger instead. Okay, so okay, let's do this test now. Here we go. I'm just going to pull this testing off twice just to see what happens. I'm just very interested. Okay, first test completed with a 374k DPS and a 2602k total. Because this could help with a fire rate adjustment anyway, so I'm just very interested to see what happens. Okay, again. Let's do it again. Okay, so we're not getting the same, like, super higher heights of damage, but the average DPS is actually better, so 383k with a 2685k total. So differences in terms of totals about 200,000-300,000, which is very interesting. Could have some good value there. I should probably do this test one more time because these results are very interesting and actually worth the time. So we're gonna keep going. Very consistent, very consistent actually. So 3609k, and then with a 2627k total. Yeah, sure, suburb. Go ahead. Nothing wrong with the voting. My days are indeed going well. I'm just doing math like I always do. Okay, so now we understand that this is actually giving some pretty good bang for its buck. It's not as much, but you don't have to deal with a minus 25% fire rate, which is unfortunately hurting you like hell. So there is that, which is very interesting. So now that we have all this going, the key question that I need to ask is, what do we now do if we were to add crits on top of this, since this doesn't affect crits, obviously, and if we were to then add fire rate on top? So now we're going to add crits to it. Better insight, better concentration. And of course, we'll have concentration priority. What's the actual multiplier on this? I just want to see. Oh, it's got a 2 times multiplier. Yeah, okay, fair enough. If that's the case, then it does make sense. Okay. Okay, so now MH trig and crit. Okay, let's do the DPS test. Starting with the basics. Okay, so we see about a 500k average with a 3454k total. The total has increased somewhat nicely. Now we're gonna restart that. We're gonna do it again. And we'll record 3 results like we always do, just so we have a good total picture. Okay, this was, whoa, that's a lot better, but probably we had more crits there. 61691, hey, almost 619. Okay, with a 4839k total, and we're gonna do it one more time. Same area of the stomach. Okay, this one was more reasonable, so 537k with a 3731k total. Okay, I'm gonna have to do it one more time because these results are a bit too swingy for me to really get a feel. So the other one could be outlier. Let's see it. And this one is okay, so it's just in between all that. So you sometimes deal a lot more, sometimes you'll deal a lot less, but overall the results are very encouraging. Yeah, I'm most likely gonna release a clairvoyance build. I mean, if I play around with VS and I like it, then sure. Okay, so we're looking at this. Now we have, this is pretty nice. 2000 is very easy to get, base Vegeta. I'm just gonna tell you that. It's super easy to get because go for Serena first. And then once you have something that can farm the Tormentor, 2000's easy peasy. You see what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? Okay, Okay, so I like this setup. Now I want to see what's the difference with fire rate and without. Okay, so with fire rate, same setup. So now we add plus fire rate. Let's do this. And we go reload the gun first. Okay. Here we go. Okay, fire rate actually appears to have drastically hurt. Now the average is still good, about 497, but we actually lost out a lot on the total damage, and I believe it's because we did not spend enough time at full charge. So, again. So fire rate is actually doing poorly for this, and yep, it's actually affecting it quite drastically. So plus fire rate is apparently a pretty negative choice. But what happens if we now use the superconductor? That could really change it. Well, the block, I fully agree with you, man, for what it's worth. Okay, let's take out this, and now let's put the super conductivity charge. I want to see what the difference will be. All right, here we go, here we go, here we go. Zzz. Let's see if it really changes anything. Okay. Hold up, hold up. Okay, this is very interesting. Our average went up from previously we had 500k average. We actually hit an average of 738k, and the total amount drastically jumped up. So whoever said superconductivity charge is useless is, you know, lying. But, well, lots of creators lie, don't they? Only one place to get the truth here. Okay, this result is a bit more reasonable. Maybe that one was just an outlier because maybe we got a lot more crits on that one. But it's still pretty encouraging that the average damage range is looking higher. We'll do it again. But this is very, very interesting to me. I like it. Superconductivity charge. We are blasting away. Okay, this time the result is not as drastically different. With a 589k and a 589k and a 410k. Okay, good. Okay, this time around it was a 669k and 4688k. So I think the 5174k was a bit of an outlier. Maybe we just got a very, very lucky string of crits. But overall, the average seems to be higher with this, which is really, really nice. I don't know if this is the best possible choice, but we'll see. Okay. Yeah, it's definitely much more consistent like this. So, interestingly enough, we could create a situation where we're going to do quite a bit of extra damage. Quite a bit. Okay, let's start really playing around now. I'm gonna start with rifling. And then we'll put action and reaction. Okay. Let's see with and without superconductivity charge. I want to see how much the thing is going. Okay. The damage on average is higher, but it's not going to be more consistent, no. Okay, with full build, we're about 1 million average DPS per second, which is very nice and very encouraging. Total is 7060k total, very good. Okay, again. I hear you, Base Vegeta, but I mean, I would say that this is something that will have to be taken up with the devs. For me, I mean, as long as you have one of my bossing builds, it's really easy to earn. So that's the only issue, because like there's this divide, and I get it. But once you get my bossing build, it takes like an hour to do it. So like the first time might be difficult, but after you get the last dagger in Serena, it takes less than an hour to earn a full core binder, which is kind of the thing, you know? And plus, they give you a lot of the stuff during events as well. So I get where you're coming from, but at the same time, like, the problem is that there's this gap. You see, those who don't have like my full builds, they're gonna struggle. But once you just get my Serena build, last dagger, you'll need 1 core binder for that. Last dagger maxed out, you're blowing away the boss so fast that you're fine. You get what I mean? So, or maybe you're going to need, okay, because you're going to need weapon cores to do that, right? So fine, you go and get weapon cores as well. You can, or if you don't want to, then Ancient Knight will still give you consistent results without even worrying about the last dagger. So, yeah. It's kind of hard to really balance that out because the problem is that once you get optimized, it's too easy. But pre-optimization, I can see why some people might struggle. You know? Okay, I'm gonna have to do that one again because that one seemed like a couple of shots missed due to the weird flinch animation of this thing. Okay, that makes more sense. First one was still an outlier, but this is pretty reasonable. Okay. This is without the superconductivity charge. Okay, now we're gonna try it with conductivity charge. Okay. Alright, here we go. Not quite sure why 3 bunnies were in there, but it sounds like a wild ride. Sounds like Mr. Bones' wild ride. There we are. Okay. Gucci. Now this is with superconductivity charge. Here's what the results say. Based on the poll. 1003K. Hey, Lawbreaker. Thanks for putting up my links. New music will come after stream because I was a bit tired today. I couldn't post it up. But I hope you guys will enjoy it. Yeah? To be honest, I don't care about the actual DPS amount. If I wanted to do higher DPS, I wouldn't pick this gun, but no. What I'm here to see is just what is the real best build, you know? Because there's always been a lot of misinformation, I think, floating around about these guns. And I want to see what the real truth is. I have to say, though, that the effect of superconductivity charge, while it is better on average, it's minimal once you actually introduce the baseline mods, which means there's another spot, a free spot for even more better modules that could further drastically improve your prowess.
No.
Which is fine. However, there's a lot of swing here because it depends on how many crits are hit. See, this one's 2K. Okay. It's hard to really figure out the truth, so we're gonna have to do it again as much as we can. And this is all without inversion reinforcer. Inversion reinforcer, perfect rolls and all that will add a whole nother layer to it. Okay, so I think the 900 was a bit of an outlier. We're just going to do it one more time because we have to really understand the results. The damage is on average higher, which is what I expected, but you know, like I said, we're going to have to test again. Because sometimes you end up with a bit of an outlier where some of your shots miss, so you can't get a real picture. Okay, so I think the 900 was definitely an outlier. It was where some of the shots may have missed because there is a drastic increase, which was kind of predicted from before as well. Okay, cool. That gives me a lot of understanding about what I want to do with this and where I want to go. I am just going to put in a chill enhancement there. Okay. All right, now let's actually put in all the points that we need here. Time to put the inversion reinforcer back. We want chill, this, that.
Inversion energy amplification at 200%.
Return to Albion.
I urge you not.
Hey, Lawbreaker, I hope you're doing good. Now, you know what? As a special treat for all of y'all for always supporting, and since Lawbreaker's here, y'all want to hear some of the crazy tunes I'm working on? I actually made the AI do a really awesome freestyle, alright? There's a secret preview only for you guys here at my stream, alright? And also, in a way, gotta thank Dawn for, you know, that lovely super chat earlier. So, let me show you guys a secret music preview. Okay, exclusive to my stream right now. Nobody else get to hear it. You ready? I think y'all might like. I actually made the AI do a freaking crazy gangster rap. All right, y'all ready for this? Okay, I made the AI freestyle this whole thing. Here we go. Here we go. You gonna love it. It's only 1 minute and 37 seconds, but the AI is crazy.
What? Cold to the world, little bro, need to make, don't think. Move that, I don't even blink in the sink. Tryna like, what do you think? I'ma be here, putting up shots for the team from the east. Like a bridge in a tunnel, fumble, drop, don't stop when I stumble. Rumble, pack, hitting like it's thunder. Wonder how I keep this undercover. Got her, snipe, shooting out the box. Wasteland that man, out of pocket. Up now, touchdown, couldn't stop it. Head to the sky, yeah. I'm a rocket, planet. Took off, I never planned it. Damn it, god damn it, I'm a bandit. Outlaw, and they can't stand it. I gotta know, is you really with the antics? Go, 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 go. Like, where the bag at? Hold on, I don't mean to brag, but ever since I got a pack, it was rap. I was selling out the back of the hatchback. Took off, she need a backpack. She like, why you act like that? I don't even know, but I'm past that. She keep going, need a back. If it don't come easy, it's a scam. Go against me, I'm the man. Gotta stick to the plan, put a pack in the can. I'm a brand, bring the noise. Yeah. I'm a new face with the same old voice. New flavor, I got too many choices. 2 lines, that's too many voices. How you gon' act so crazy? I was on the moon like I was born in the 80s. Cold outside, need 380s. That's a fur coat, man, I do it on the daily. Before you ever met me, you hated me. Drove me insane, man, it all got me jaded. Now they wanna come and berate.
It's such a short freestyle, but I was like, holy crap, the AI really killed it on that. So, a little secret preview for y'all. Yeah, put it back in the can. I'm a brand, man. It's so good, dude. It's crazy what my AIs can do these days. They're getting better and better, yo. It's getting better and better every day, you know. But yeah, I hope you like that one. I think you can understand that the end of it had a bit of a reference to TFD. You'll actually hear some of the other references to TFD in here, but you know, before you ever met me, you hated me, drove me insane, man. Now it got me all jaded. Now they want to come and berate. Makes you think of all the trolls, right? So yes, I am writing from my own experiences, but I hope you guys enjoyed that. Yeah, I know, I can't believe that AI could do it, you know, but that was pretty damn cool. When I heard the AI perform this, I was like, this is dope. I got to show my chat. And yes, I've heard Ronald by Falling in Reverse. Not a fan of Falling in Reverse, but yeah. Make a Blair song? No. I make music about me, not about TFD. TFD is not worthy. However, if the devs ever paid me, then I would happily write a rap song about their whole damn game. But they got to pay me first. So if the devs want to contact me, $2,000 in my bank account, no problem. I got you anytime. But no. I tell you. Devs can pay me if they want my music. All right, my music's available anytime. Hey, Foxarella, how you going? Okay, now that we have this, we're gonna go play around with Vianetta. I'm sorry, Kakashi, no good. I only take USD, all right? I don't want anything but that. Lewis, just you wait. I got even more planned, all right? I got even more planned. I don't work for clout, Kakashi, all right? So unless you're going to offer me real cash, then I ain't interested in that splash. Okay. Now I've got clairvoyance set up and ready. Okay. I do have to roll a few more cores, but we'll do that in a second. And Stack versus Colossus. Do I really need that? I think I'll just get chill attack instead. It might work better. Actually, you know what? I'll just leave that. Doesn't matter. Okay, let's see. I do like this because of extra duration. Firebrand's not really worth it for me. But the other problem is Hunter set. Either I sacrifice duration, which I don't really want to do, or I can't really play with the Hunter set. But you know what? I think the Hunter set should be fine. If I were to use it anyway, then maybe I could swing it a little bit. I could with the Hunter processor, which is better. And then I would need a Hunter sensor, I guess. I have to take the pain on one of these two. I'm guessing the sensor is a better choice, just so that I can... If only the Firebrand memory was different. But yeah, okay, something like that. And then I'll just have to have a different setup here. There's no other set with duration, unfortunately. But I could put in a plague set instead to further up my powers, which would give me a lot of survival. You know what? Screw the duration. It's not even necessary. I would rather run a plague set, because that will work beautifully. Polar Knight's not good for her. Don't know who told you. Well, listen, I am so glad you like my gardening. Don't you worry, more good stuff is coming, Lawbreaker. I'm going to have tunes of all genres coming out. Polar Knight is not that great for her. It's okay. I mean, you can run it if you want to run a full set of Polar Knight, but I'm going for... Actually, you know what? I'll probably test Polar Knight's efficiency at a later time. I'm just going to do a basic survival set first, because I did want to revamp her farming build anyway. Okay, let's start with the basics. Increase HP, as we always do. And of course, we want MP conversion and nimble fingers. These two are standard, so there we go. Okay, now what we're going to have is focus on chill. And this... Okay, the timing is really, really annoying. So we're going to need focus on singular, I'm assuming. On singular. Okay, great. So we have these two. And it's a good start. Then we will probably need, for her, she's going to need MP Collector, which is pretty standard. So MP Collector. And there we go. So now we've got room for pretty much everything else. And she's already at 12,000 hit points, so we don't need to really worry too much about that. We could get duration out of a... We could technically get duration out of another C slot, which would actually be fine if we did not need MP Collector, but we do. So, okay. I wouldn't know, Kakashi. Genuinely, I only make songs in English. That song was fire. Listen, I'll play some more for y'all in a second. Okay, let me go get this right first. Then I'll hit y'all with another secret tune that nobody else will get to hear. All right. Only the cool kids at my stream that are always supporting will get to hear these cool tunes, all right? And so far, if we check in with the polls after about 157 votes, shorter seems to be better. I don't know. I might or might not play it, who knows? Can't always be showing everything in previews, right? Okay, but the only reason I'm here actually is just to see what her base crit rate is. So she's got 35% base, okay. And this is with absolute zero. So first we're going to attach skill insight on. Okay, so we're going to attach that and she goes up to 75. Then we will use skill concentration, obviously, because we want the damage, right? Then we will need, that's it. Emergency measures. Okay, can we bring this up to 100? Yeah, that's 98. That's good enough. Okay, so we're going to load it up like this first, and then later, once we get enough from the arcade tuning tree, then this should be what I would consider satisfactory anyway. And it should get her as close to about 100 as possible, which leaves a free slot here, which we can quite literally put in Battle of Stamina if we wanted to. So that to me would be perfectly fine. Perfect. Okay. And it would give her just enough duration to get, excuse me, the extra tick here, which is beautiful. Okay. This looks reasonable. Now, this is without the full arcade tuning, and we might have to drop the Hunter set for this if we could get up there, but let's go start working on stuff. Understandable, Base Vegeta. Understandable. All right, all right, all right. Okay. Apparently she doesn't get a dog. Okay. Doggo now equipped. Let's actually save this because this is the newly done up Fiesa. All right. We have nearly perfect things on everything. Okay. All right. I'll play one more secret banger for you guys, all right? I wasn't going to reveal this, but there's this song that I made, and the dude has a really, 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 really good voice. Because this is the most gangster voice, well, modern gangster voice that you guys are going to ever hear, all right? I'm only going to preview it for those that are here now, so anybody that doesn't get to hear this, I'm sorry you missed out until the release, all right? So y'all better tune in, y'all better turn your ears up because y'all want to hear this. Okay, here we go. This one, well, the AI rapper's name is Black Ice, and well, here you go.
Yeah. 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 And I can't lose cause it's part of me. Me and that money got chemistry. The future's looking bright and I can't hardly see. I hit the road and ran through a whole nother fleet. I hit the booth and ran through a whole nother beat. That shit you talking, that's just make believe. Cause you ain't cut from that cloth like me. You ain't as hard as me, you ain't part of the streets. I went from A to B, I went from Z to B. These bitches want me cause my paper and my jewelry. I remember vividly when you was fooling me. You get what you want from me and then you out of reach. I put the ice on and now she under siege. Bitches black ice season and you on the lease. We gon' get what we need. And we ain't playing with y'all. You know you ran off on your dog, don't make me make that call. We ain't playing with y'all. You know you ran off on your dog, don't make me make that call. You know you ran off on your dog, don't make me make that call. We ain't playing with y'all. 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 You know you ran off on your dog, don't make me make that call. We ain't playing with y'all. We ain't playing with y'all. You know you ran off on your dog, don't make me make that call. Yeah.
No, you don't, Kakashi. That would be racist. But either way, there are limitations, unfortunately, Michael. So that's why certain slang will not be allowed, especially with song generation, because you are bound by the rules of the software. That being said, I really like this one. And hey, if it ain't my mystical dove, huh? Coming in only for my music preview. Where you been at, girl? I thought you were resting already, you know? Cause normally you're not around for the night stream, but good to see you. And don't worry, I'm not gonna grill you about missing, you know, my night stream. Yeah. This is about the limit of what I can do, but I heard this voice and I said, this is pretty darn good. So I'm gonna keep it. Yeah, I've been experimenting with rap, so well, Foxy, I mean it kind of makes sense that you like this one. So, you know, but I've just been experimenting with a lot of different things, and I'm just glad that, you know, I can do all these different sorts of genres. Certainly, I cannot get to the same level as a human would, but either way, I'm also not going to look. Rap these days has an excessive use of certain language, which I cannot use anyway because I don't write that way, and more importantly, realistically speaking, I should not be putting that into my songs. Like, occasionally you'll get some swearing here and there, but I try to limit it in most of my stuff because I think that it's just not good. That's why, like, even for my harder stuff, because I do plan on doing the full spectrum. Like, I've got the lo-fi chill raps, and I've got the harder stuff. But the harder stuff, I am probably not going to go as hard as what you would hear in the industry or on the radio. So I just want to be frank about that because, and I don't mean Castle, but I am going to be frank about that. Yeah, sure, Chester. I have zero interest in that. Y'all can tell me about it when it's past because without being rude, I really don't care. I'd rather be streaming my games at that time. But anyway, I'm glad y'all liked the preview. Okay, let's go mess around with Viesa. And you're laying down, Mystical One? Okay, good. Oh, listen. All right. Mystic, you know, when it comes to you, it's all about that lo-fi. All right? It's all about that lo-fi. All right? Before we go on, okay? Let me show y'all what kind of lo-fi, all right, Mystic is into. My kind of lo-fi. Y'all ready? Okay, just hear a bit of this before we carry on. Those who never got a chance to hear this on my morning stream, all right, you might like it.
Falling in love with a sad girl, why would I do that? All of her family is bad, girl. She must have got it from her dad, girl. And I don't want that. So many beautiful bad girls everywhere I look. Too many devils in this mad world, and they all say they love me. And I can't look back, I can't look back. She said all the best girls have a past, and I have been loving you like it's the last time. Cause you said you don't love me back, and that's sad. So many beautiful bad girls, and they're all in love with me. They think I'm too good for them, and that's so wrong. They're too good for me. I can't even talk to my friends, I can't even love myself. I can't even talk to my friends, I can't even love myself. I can't even talk to my friends, I can't even love myself. I can't even talk to my friends, I can't even love myself. All the best girls have a past, and I have been loving you like it's the last time. Cause you said you don't love me back, and that's sad. All the best girls have a past, and I have been loving you like it's the last time. Cause you said you don't love me back, and that's sad.
Well, fine if your lo-fi taste is different, but anyway, you know mine is good. Anyway, there we go. Okay. Hope you guys enjoyed the previews, and I will carry on. Psh, lo-fi taste is different. Whatever. Nah. What I want to hear Mystic say is, man, that's such an awesome song. You know what I'm saying? If you don't praise me, then I think I will just feel emotionally traumatized. I can't even say that with a straight face. All right, let's carry on. Time to go work on Viessa. And yes, I know I have nothing better to do. So now that I've got time, I may as well work on Viessa, right? And since I haven't leveled up her arcade tuning at all. Yeah, Ruby? Go ahead. Tell me, what do you like? Hit me. Emotional damage. Listen, I must always give emotional damage to my music. If I don't, then am I really making music? Patrick Durek, you can't. Wait for season 3.
This is Hound Actual to all personnel. Void storm is intensifying.
There isn't enough stuff in the
Conditions
game
are
to help you
unfavorable.
reach it, so
Proceed with
just so you know.
caution. Over.
Oh, I didn't put skill effect range. Ah! Wait. No wonder something went wrong. I forgot about that. That's a pain. Totally forgot. I was like, wait a second, why is my range on this crap not hitting anything? Then I remembered. That's such a pain. Okay. I mean, I can get just enough extra range, but this is a pain. Glad to hear it, Rubelicious. I'm very proud of my music. And listen, it took me long enough to get on Viessa, yeah, but she's kind of bad, so. And listen, I'd love for the music to actually give me range, but you know it doesn't do that. What, is this the hunting horn in freaking Monster Hunter Wilds? Because if it was. Because people want me to make her build Mystic. I mean, what do you expect me to do? Say like, oh yeah, I mean, there's content that I could do right now, but you know, I'm just going to do the same thing and just headbutt Kyle into a wall like 300 billion times. Like, yeah, let's do that. I'm not going to do that.
Best of luck, Descendants.
Hello, Hassan.
What I this could get messy. How dare they break my shield? I'll ice you all. Scatter them.
Well, Ajax was pretty decent. Oh, is that how it's gonna be, Mystic? Is that how it's gonna be? Alright. This is how I can tell that Mystic is pissed for some god-awful reason. What? My lo-fi not good enough for you? You know, my lo-fi hip-hop not good enough for you, so now you wanna bring up Jaber and Thunder K. Is that how it is? Rude. Like freaking rude.
Take this. Don't hate me later.
I will spite you all and just make a Eugen build. You never know. Anything is better than Jaber anyway. Ultimate Bunny is always good as long as you're using my build. You're not using my build, can't help you with that, man. You know how it goes.
Scatter them.
No, I tell you, Mystic is like You know, she should be asleep at this time, so she just came here instead to be absolutely mean.
This is HQ. Enemy
Ain't that right, huh?
Requesting
Why you
strike
suddenly
on
so
staging
mean,
area.
Mystic, huh? What's that? Why are you messing around so much today? Tell me, what's the real reason? Hmm? Oh, you haven't used any male descendants? I didn't know they delivered letters. Not putting into crit damage is the problem, dude. Doesn't really matter about cooldowns. Because she can't compete with a lot of other descendants already ever since their buffs. Hence the issue.
My shield is down.
Because if you think about it, sure, Sigma Sector does have a negative bonus toward chill-based damage, but still, even so, she's overall a lot slower than other descendants. Heck, technically, Kyle, of all people, already outclasses her.
The original.
And I gotta be real with you about that, so, Wave of Light? Nope, I haven't.
This is the ultimate chill.
Well, they do have a mailbox, so what now? I don't know. I don't know. You tell me, Mystic, huh? Why you suddenly want to do the Java thing, huh? Thought you were here to support me. Thought you were here to make sure I have a good time. What about that, huh? What about that?
Hound actual to HQ.
No worries, Jono. I got you.
Requesting transport support.
You take your time in those meetings. All I'm doing is giving Mystic a hard time, pretty much. They have a mailbag. It's true. It's true. You see, Mystic, Rubee likes my music, and Rubee, you know, enjoys it because my music, you know, makes me smile. And what about you, huh? You saying you dare say that my music is not your kind of lo-fi, huh? Is that what you're saying? Judging you, Mystic, judging you. I'ma judge you with both eyeballs. No. You said that my lo-fi is not your kind of lo-fi. How dare you? You should said, yeah, no, this is exactly what I would listen to, even if it was a lie. Okay, that's what you're supposed to do, Mystic. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to lie to me. You're supposed to lie to me to pick up my confidence. Oh, no, I mean, Baron, honestly, if you just want to go with your method, go for it. Like, it's not bad. It's just that, like, I'm trying to balance out all the different factors, because I think that if you don't have crit damage, you're going to lose out a lot. Because as it is, she struggles a bit. Mystic typos are one of the best parts of stream, okay?
Reporting extreme concentrations of void energy within the operation zone. All units, please proceed at your
That's
own
how you know
discretion.
she's having a good
Do not
time.
exceed your limits.
One icicle coming up. You can't escape.
Get out of my way!
Take this. It's mine.
It is the little things, isn't it? Nothing, Mystic. We literally just said we enjoy your typos.
RK receptor. Confirming signs of
Is
life.
that some kind of a problem? Is there some kind of issue with that? Alright, you're gonna take away my right to enjoy your typos now? And I totally messed up that little jump. That's okay.
My shield is down. I'm loading. Stop right there.
Whack. Clear. And off we go.
One ice cream coming up. Ice ball.
Descendant. I will do his bidding. I will serve.
Yo, Cardivel, we just gave Mystic a compliment here, and she's like poking us. Wow. Wow.
Stay where you are. I'm loading. Take this. My shield is down. This could get messy. How dare they break my shield?
Mission complete. All units proceed to transport location. Great work out there.
I think it's not that bad, but yeah. Not that perfect either. Yeah, I'm playing Viessa because people want a Viessa build. So I'm just trying to see how I can structure this to be reasonable, be good enough.
This is HQ. Troops are on the ground. Transport is en route to standby position. Best
Because
of luck,
without this, I
Descendant.
don't have skill concentration. I could go for effectively 75% crit, but because the problem here with Viessa is that maximizing everything she needs, not exactly an easy task.
This could get messy. Smooth as ice.
I mean, if you want to call it disco time, you can. I don't think anyone else is gonna, but sure.
One icicle coming up. Freeze. Take this.
Oh, snapshot.
Wide-range shaping charge drop complete. Begin the void energy.
Azure Chaos, what do you mean right around the corner? Season 3 is 40 days away, dude. It's more than a month. What makes you think it's right around the corner?
Smooth as ice. How dare they break my shield? Loading.
No idea when you stop playing, but of course there will always be new content, things like that.
This could get messy.
Well, you are very optimistic, Azur, I can say that much.
Stay where you are.
Yep, don't forget to hit the like button.
Take this. Stop right there.
Why is there just one random dude here?
It's mine.
Captain Elias, deploying arcade. I am the original.
This could get messy. How dare they break my shield?
Well, you can always hope that the devs add more storyline.
My shield is down.
Oh my!
Extraction from Operation Zone initiated. Good work, Descendant.
Lol, Foxy. Why are you on my TikTok? Thanks for the rose, you massive nerd. And the ice cream, too. Appreciate you. Enjoy, John. Okay, let's readjust a couple things. Let's do some readjustment. What Descendant is this? Viesa. I'm not so sure, Mystic. I mean, one of them could have become the Tormentor. Genuinely haven't really kept up with the lore. So, for all I know, yeah, one of them could be the Tormentor. You never really know. Okay, 1 second. Let's put skill concentration there. And then but there isn't enough room, is there? So I would have to adjust VSUB back down again. In which case, yes, save changes, but here, do that so that we can use amplification control. Okay, that gives me just enough range on everything without sacrificing MP Collector. Because I think Finesse, they've pretty much given up on Season 2, Episode 2. There was indeed some kind of voice clip, yes, but I don't recall it. So, I'll just have to take your word for it. I believe the other one is like what the... can't remember. It's the one that affects her chill power. Is it like cold-blooded or whatever? I think cold-blooded is the one. It gives us some decent cooldowns too. So a lot of people like to use that instead. I had to put some Carmex on my lips, but thank you, Foxy, for the gifts on TikTok. Gotta keep my lips soft, after
This is
all.
Hound Actual to all personnel. Void storm is intensifying. Conditions are unfavorable. Proceed with caution. Over.
Infinite Blizzard. It's still a... Excuse me. I always choke a little bit, but it's on a 6-second cooldown, so not quite infinite. I mean, when other Descendant skills are on a 1-second cooldown, hard to call that infinite, you get what I mean? I'm not knocking it, but it's also not that great either. I like Absolute Zero. I find it better. Yeah, but considering the limited range, Austin, I still find it garbo. Complete garbo. I have to use her whole kit to get any utility out of it. I mean, they literally upped their standard to an S. So, it's clear that Viessa is underperforming, which I've said for months. But, meh.
Stop right there.
Descendant. The transport has dropped a wide-ranged shaping charge on the ground. We need it to purify the void energy. Prime the detonator with your RK, then hit the detonation device.
If it had more range, you know, I'd be all over that, Austin, but I just want her to have more range. Literally the same problem that Blair had practically resolved with his Transcendent module,
Smooth as ice.
where his limited range stopped being a problem. But here it feels like, I don't know,
Very freaking shield.
I just feel so much more limited compared to every other character out there. And that's not a fun feeling.
Scatter them.
I don't think they should rework, like, it's literally the same issue. Now, they could resolve it with the Transcendent, but her ultimate version already exists. Like, if you ask me, all they really need to do is just do me one favor. Increase her base range. Double her base range, nobody will be complaining. Viessa will actually be one of the most decent farmers in the game. That's literally all it takes, double the base range. Now, the reason why they got away with it with Blair is that they literally made it so his fire drops like all the time. He can cover the whole area in seconds. Viessa could do the same with Ice Road, but it's nowhere near Blair's functionality. So, no, not at all, Azur. Freyna is miles better because don't forget, Freyna covers the whole screen with one press of a button. Blair still has to run around. So I don't think he's the male version at all. Like, it's not even a contest. Blair is still relatively underpowered. Relatively. But only in terms of his range, that's all. His damage is very high. In fact, his damage is far higher than Viessa's. So Blair is kind of winning right now.
Watch carefully.
The honest answer snapshot is all of them. You need everything.
It's mine.
RK tuning is the easiest to do, but go get your weapon cores maxed.
Oh my.
And the unique ability is very important as well, so all at once, that's the answer. There's no such thing as focus on one first. However, if you really need to pick, go get your RK tuning done, because your RK tuning is going to be useful across the board. You are absolutely cheeky tonight, Mystic. Oh, you are done. You are so done, Mystic. What brought on this wave of cheekiness?
This is HQ.
Is there some reason that you want me to specifically pay attention to you? Is that why
This is
you're doing the
HQ.
cheeky
Enemy
thing?
Reinforcements incoming. Requesting strike on staging area.
It's my turn now.
Well, yeah, that's why these types of games are a grind, Snapshot. No, I would never ever, I would never ever give you a whooping, okay? I would only give you a whooping if it was the type of consensual whooping that you personally requested and in which we set boundaries and a safe word, then yeah, sure, absolutely, but otherwise, no, I would never give you a whooping. You know me, I would never do that. I'm nice like that. What weapon am I using? Clairvoyance. It's Viesa's so-called exclusive weapon. Works really well with her. Hey, don't you laugh at my niceness, Foxy, okay? I take care of my people. You keep up with that laughing, Foxy, I'll give you a real whooping. My personal safe word? You guys don't need to know. Clean stream policy. That is probably true. I never get physical with anyone. Well, anyone that I care about, like you guys. I would never get physical with anyone like that. People I don't care about, though, oh, they're gonna get slapped. They're gonna get insta-slapped straight away.
Scatter them.
I will shoot first and ask questions later.
Stop right there.
I mean, listen, Austin, you use whatever you like. Nah, Voltia is usable by anybody.
My shield is down.
What makes a weapon exclusive is whether a particular weapon benefits one descendant more than all others. For example, Ancient Knight is literally only usable with Serena. So that's why we call it a Serena exclusive.
I am the original.
Go ahead, tell her, Mystic, what she gonna do. What is she gonna do to me? Oh, absolutely nothing. But either way,
Stay
you know I wouldn't slap you. What am I working toward? Absolutely nothing. I've got nothing to work toward. I'm just messing around with Viesa. Because people said they want to see what a robot can do with her. So I said, okay, bros. I'll do it. I'll show you what I can do with Viesa.
One eye.
So there you go. I'm slowly working my way up.
Mission complete. All units proceed to
Technically,
transfer
Fallen Hope
location.
can now be used by
Great
anybody.
work out there.
But it still sucks. That's all. It can still be used by everybody, but it's not that great. That is the only problem. If not for that problem, it would be fine. But unfortunately, it is problem. You understand problem?
This is Hound Actual, reporting extreme concentrations of void energy within the operation zone. All units, please proceed at your own discretion.
Okay, let's
but
go.
Do not exceed your limits.
You just had high hopes for a living.
Confirmed. Descendant, stop the enemy troop deployment.
It's not a boost, it's just that Freyna can poison all targets, but if you built your Freyna correctly, all targets are gonna die, so... I mean... Yeah, Secret Garden's a way better choice, so Fallen Hope is just garbo. I mean, I guess we could use it or whatever, but and some people have been asking me, but unless they're gonna pay me, why would I waste my time?
One icicle coming up.
And the Thunder Cage, no, it wasn't just meant for Bunny at all. No. Yep, Thunder Cage is non-exclusive. It does the same thing in any Descendant's hands. Exclusive means it only works with one particular Descendant. For example, Clairvoyance is considered an exclusive because its effect literally directly feeds off of Absolute Zero.
You can't escape.
No, that is untrue. You can read the lore of Voltea itself. Voltea was built based on the data of Voltea, but it was not brought back for Bunny at all. No, sorry. How do I know? I read the lore. So I don't think it belongs to her. We can check the lore right after this. Yep, the Ancient Knight is a Serena exclusive because its ability literally only works while you're in the air. So unless you're gonna teach other Descendants to fly, and Kyle cannot fire while flying, it's a Serena exclusive, unfortunately. Or perhaps fortunately. Unless they changed the lore from the first time I read it, Finesse, I will happily check that. I could be wrong, but I don't think I am.
One icicle coming up.
I'll check right after this ends. Not a problem.
Captain Elias, deploying RK. I am the original.
Freeze.
Also, the other great thing about Blair's damage is that Blair's damage is damage over time. So he's continuously hitting the target. Whereas Viessa, she has to hit the target slowly, stage by stage. And what damage she deals is done. So everyone says, oh, Viessa's so strong. Do you know that Blair is like miles stronger?
My shield is down.
So I don't know why people still think Viessa is strong. Like Blair outclasses her like everything.
Mission complete.
Void Erosion 28 is nothing if you use my Nest build. You can do it with your eyes closed. The thing is, are you using my build, Azure Chaos? If you're not, that's your first problem. Okay, Voltea, let's see, I have it right here. Read the lore history. There we go. The results of the 24th attempt by Albion Deslio Armory to create a combat beam rifle. It incorporates the technology used in Bunny's voltage acceleration suit. Okay? Unlike typical beam rifles, this weapon discharges high-powered electric energy, and as its name suggests, has a lot to do with Bunny. Contrary to Deslin's joke, alright, the weapon was given Bunny's surname simply because it felt like holding and firing a bunny. It is not Bunny's exclusive weapon. According to a more plausible rumor, the technology used to develop this firearm and Bunny's suit was secured thanks to the sacrifices of Bunny's parents. So it was not made for her. It was not her thing. It was just that her parents brought back the data. That's all. And that's why you don't challenge my memory. Because I remember everything. Finesse. So like I said, unless they change that. I checked it and I literally memorized it. There you go. I am never wrong most of the time. No problem. Like I said, don't believe the random lore that you hear out there on Reddit.
Descendant, confirm arrival at the operation zone. Proceed with caution.
I will never
Descendant,
pick that
we've
snapshot.
confirmed a large-scale
All I'll
Wilkins
say is
transfer.
just use what I use.
Attack their deployment points.
The be-all and end-all of the story is use what I use in my demonstrations. That's all you need to know. Not gonna tell you who and why. because it's unnecessary. What people should do is observe my streams continuously, see what I use what I use. That's all they need to do. Good soldiers follow orders. Everyone's got a reason, everyone's got ideas. I don't care about any of that, nor do I feel the need to express them. Just do what I do and that's it. No, it's not Sharon exclusive Blue Beetle, for the Blue Beetle.
Don't hate me later.
I never read the lore of the Blue Beetle, so I don't know. But I can tell you that it's definitely not a Sharon exclusive. It works with other Descendants as well. Because it's based on fusion, and there are several Descendants with fusion-based skills. However, what I will say is that Sharon gets the most use out of it, because the other Descendants don't really benefit from it. But so far, only Sharon really uses the Blue Beetle. I think Austin said he didn't mean it that way, so...
One eye coming up.
No, I completely understand that snapshot, but that's why, like, just focus on Serena. All you really need is Serena and Ultimate Bunny. The rest is extra. Fully built up Serena and Ultimate Bunny is what you need. That's literally what I mean by use what I use.
Elias, deploying RK. I am the original.
Yep, just remember in future, don't ever ask that snapshot. You should never need to ask me that. I understand your time is limited, but the same rules need to apply across the board to everybody. A good viewer is one that watches my streams and just does what I do. Same rules apply across the board. Okay?
It's my turn.
Oh my! Mission complete. All units proceed to transport location. Great work out there.
Yeah, unfortunately, Dewey. I agree with the 90 days, but I think that right now a lot of people are mostly preferring something shorter. Although there about 18% of y'all went for the joke options, which is kind of hilarious, but it seems more toward a shorter season, I think, which would be better.
Hound Actual, reporting extreme concentrations of void energy within the operation zone. All units, please proceed at your own discretion, but do not exceed your limits.
Listen, the devs need to burn out immediately, stream possible. I don't care if they have to sacrifice their entire lives to demons. Now, I've actually said this to a dev's face previously, and that's why a lot of devs don't like me, but I'm very honest with them. Do you know how hard I work every day? I work from the time I wake till the time I go to sleep. That's what you gotta do if you want to be a success. Anytime that I'm not creating content, I'm working on music. So if I can work 24 hours a day and still somewhat take care of my family and have, you know, a normal human relationship, then these devs have no excuse. Devs need to burn out completely and then absolutely go mental. If they're not willing to die for their art, then they shouldn't be in this industry. Sorry, not sorry. Either you die for it, or with all due respect, they can go directly to hell. Now, of course, I understand that my point of view is extremely harsh and most likely will never be respectable. And indeed, I wouldn't expect most humans to conform to that anyway. But what I will say is that in general, I don't feel a lot of pity for devs. I feel that if they really want to make something that is seriously good, they got to be willing to die for it. Like, I grind so hard on my music. Like, I barely get 3,000 plays per week. But do you know that? Do you know that just 3 weeks ago, I was only getting about 2,000 plays per week? And it's going up and up and up. It's starting to accelerate. And that's what you got to do. You got to be on that focus. Azure Chaos, did you miss all my musical previews? How do you not know that I work on music? Everybody knows that I work on music. If you've never heard my music, hey, somebody in chat put up my links. Show this guy over here. Show this absolute nerd over here why I'm the coolest kid in town. It's AI music, but it's damn good. Have a listen.
Stop right there.
Thanks, Foxy. Knew I could count on you.
It's mine.
Yeah, go ahead. There's releases almost every day. Stream possible. What I'll say is that, yeah, you can. You can absolutely rush art. Quality over quantity doesn't mean much in this day and age. And I'll tell you why. Because right now, the way that life works, unfortunately, we live in a very fast-paced society. Competition comes out every day, so if you want to do live service, now you want to do single player, quality over quantity, 100%. I mean, just look at Expedition 33. Thanks for also putting that up, Mystic. Appreciate you. But yes, just take a look at Expedition 33, right? Quality over quantity, 100%. I agree with you. But when you have a live service game, unfortunately, people don't give a damn about quality as much as quantity. You have to keep them constantly invested and interested, and you know, it's tough. But that's what you gotta do. You pick the industry, or you pick the type of game you make, then you better go with it. You better get into it, and you better understand what you're getting into. Because these are the trenches. Live service is a trench, and I have worked with so many different games that have all lived and died. Thank you for hitting all the links. Oh no, I do all sorts of genres, Azure. Like, I'm currently releasing an EP that's more targeted toward ladies, and then after that, I've got some singles to drop, and then I'll be doing a little bit of lo-fi hip-hop, and then some full-on hip-hop, you know, then maybe come back to metal again. There's a lot that I'm doing. I am working on a lot. Well, stream possible. I mean, all jokes aside, you know.
Hound Actual, reporting extreme concentrations of void energy within the operation zone. All units, please proceed at your own discretion, but do not exceed your limits.
Listen, Carterville, you better be there for every single one of my tracks, alright? None of this, I'll be there for the hip-hop. No, you be there for every single track, or I'm gonna murder your family. Alright? There's no mercy.
It's mine.
Oh yes, Mystic. There is no mercy here. Remember that. Everybody just has to say, "Sir, yes, sir," and that's all they should do. They don't get to say, "Well, sir, I'll be there for the hip hop, sir. You know that would be cool. Can I just listen to hip hop?" I'd be like, "Nope. You listen to every damn thing that I ever put out, soldier, or else." Or as one of the more famous lines from Dawn of War, I still remember that game. Pretty fun. But anyway, if you will not serve in combat, then you will serve on the firing line.
You can't escape. I'll ice you all. Stay where you are. Watch carefully.
Well, you already said that before, Azur.
Transport has dropped a wide
And look, I'm
range
sure
shaping
everybody
charge.
would like more stories, but you better pray to God that the devs actually bother working on them. For me, I don't care about Descendant stories. I am uninterested in all the Descendants. They're just tools for me to achieve my objective. The only thing I care about is advance the actual storyline of this game. Like, rather than just a small bit of story every season, I would really like them to progress throughout the season so that, you know, we can start fighting more bosses and get, you know, more actual story done. That will keep people invested for longer. Can you imagine Expedition 33 just gave me like Act 1 and then stopped there? Then, oh, you gotta wait another couple months for Act 2. Like, I'd flip. Yeah, what I'm gonna say is that that game is never mentioned here. Alright, I've got nothing to do with that game. Please pretend I never played that game. I want nothing to do with that game. You ever speak about that game here, you banned from chatting. Okay? Whether it got shut down or not, I do not care. I have nothing to do with that absolutely toxic racist community. Alright? And don't name it, Austin. You know that. You don't have to give them the reason. I'll handle it myself. I'm gonna remove your message right now. But you just sit back. I will handle it. I mean, most of y'all have seen me be hounded by those people all day, all night. So.
Captain Elias, deploying arcade. I am the original.
If those types of people ever speak to me, I'll handle it myself. Because they need to know that I won't be standing for their shenanigans. What? I have never played that, but it sounds like my kind of game. Streets of Rage, huh?
Ultimate chill.
I am usually filled with rage.
Smooth as ice.
Oh my.
Oh, fair enough, Baron.
All units proceed to
Noted.
transport location. Great work out there.
I'll be real with you, Stream Possible. We don't even have an endgame. I don't think any of this counts as endgame. This is, to me at least, not exactly endgame, in my personal opinion.
This is HQ. Troops are on the ground. Transport is en route to standby position. Best of luck, Descendants.
Stop right there. Stay where you are.
New super chat received.
Thank you, Lewis. Always appreciate the support.
My shield is down. One icicle. This could get messy.
The specialized Vulgus aircraft has stopped to resupply. It's defenseless. Shoot it down.
I just realized Viesa's skills are mostly ground based as well. She sucks at taking those down.
It's mine. Take this. Stay where you are.
Past Gen 2, I fell out of love with Pokemon. In a twisted way, I'm kind of glad I did because, yeah, Nintendo is one of those few companies that I don't know if I ever want to work with them. I have a feeling that if I ever worked with them and then I stopped working with them at some point, I'm going to get sued for no reason. Well, Gen 1 has all the nostalgia, of course. Oh my god, there's always just one guy alive. Ugh, I hate this stupid map.
Loading.
Chill singular, pretty standard. Cooldown, crit skill damage, that's about it.
Descendant,
Nothing
air
special.
support is standing by. On your signal, we'll initiate suppressing button.
Take this.
That's exactly my problem, Finesse. I would like them to focus on main story. You're welcome. Good, Azur. I'm glad you like my music. That's the way.
Okay.
See you later, stream possible. Did you just say what I think you said? I am your main story? Wow. That is a major compliment, Mystic. I gotta double check. You sure that's meant for me? Okay.
One icicle coming up.
No. We gotta confirm it first, Cardavel. I gotta be sure. I gotta be 100% sure, you know?
Operation completed. Awaiting
Fair,
transfer
you
to
right.
transport position.
Well, if it's meant for
Well
me,
done,
Mystic
Descendant.
Dove, then thank you very much. I am glad to be your main story. Hopefully, I update more frequently than TFD does. Alright. Appreciate you, Mystic Dove. Yeah. There's my bestie right there. Although she still hasn't hung out with me yet. But I can wait. I'm patient. Appreciate you. You tuned in just to see that, Phil?
This is
Good.
HQ. Troops are on the ground. Transport is en route to standby
You can
position.
see some good old-fashioned,
Luck, Descendant.
you know, respect for your boy. Alright?
Right there.
Finally, I can stop doing all those jokes like I ain't getting no respect around here, you know?
One icicle.
I tell you, I don't get no respect around here.
ice.
Anyway,
Stop right there.
glad to see you here, Phil. Yeah, there's more to life than metal. I mean, I do have some metal songs there as well. Plenty of metal. In fact, my last album was metal, and Headbanger, my single, was also metal, along with Die Within Me. But yeah, I'm just experimenting with other genres too.
Ultimate chill.
Yep, just enhance them to gold.
Freeze.
Rubelicious is correct. They've made a lot of things easier, so it's less frustrating to grind. I mean, there is still a grind, but it's less frustrating.
Begin the void energy purification operation. Descendant, prime the detonator with your arcade. Then activate the remote detonation device.
Not yet, actually. I plan to do it usually after my night stream, because the only free time that I get is after my night stream. By the time I finished my work after lunch and everything, and I had some work emails that I had to attend to for a future deal, which actually I think Phil will be quite interested in if he's read the Discord, but, well, while I was negotiating that deal, I didn't really have any time. So I plan on listening after stream. Lol, don't you wowie me, you nerd. You know how busy I am, and you know I will listen to it.
Stop right there.
I very rarely have stuff to do on that level, but yeah, no, today was a very important day. It was a good negotiation. I got a lot of respect, and I'm actually quite proud of it. So 1st June, you guys will see me return to an old game that I've renegotiated terms with. So please do look forward to it. And of course, when Phil has time, I would hope that Phil will join me for a couple of runs. I think he should know what's up, but yeah. It's very good news for sure. I'm very, very pleased with it. Genuinely, there was a lot of respect today, and I'm quite proud. So without revealing any details, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Of course. Of course. I mean, you know how into that I am.
This could get messy.
But it's definitely good news for fans that knew me from that series. I know for a fact that Lewis is going to be very happy to see my return to that. But either way, I'm not going to share too many details. Ha! You're always leaving for somewhere.
It's my turn.
Well, you just haven't seen how nerdy I am, Mister.
Mission complete. All units proceed to transport location. Great work out there.
I won't scold you, don't worry. In that game, I will just show you my powers. My psychic might has never been doubted. And I'll return to my throne. But then again, I'm also really, really good with a plasma gun. Every single elite and special can spawn, and I'll just take it out straight away. Knock, aim, release. Well, we would have to at least invite Kaz for sure, Mystic Dove. I don't think she's gonna let me sit in a room with you and just table for two, but yeah, why not? We can invite our friends, for sure.
Over. Large-scale Vulgus transfer confirmed.
Smooth as ice.
Descendant.
Enjoy,
Stop the
Random
enemy
Mercy. I
troop
hope you have a
deployment.
great time.
My shield is down.
Lalu, sorry, I don't do badges. You're gonna have to go somewhere else for that information. Try the official Discord. I don't do badges here, sorry.
My shield is down. One ice foot coming up.
I don't think they have Mystical One because I believe somebody else in chat had already mentioned that there were sound bug problems. Like they played Blair's storyline and they felt like they missed a lot of voices. So I'll wager the issue has not been fixed yet, at least to the best of my knowledge. No, I agree. Voice lines and story is one of the main reasons to play any game, and I really hope they fix that crap. For me, the voice acting has to be good. Do you want a taste? No, I know. I have memorized all her voice lines, Mystic. Don't you worry. Don't you worry.
Don't hate me later.
So I will not, thankfully, I will not misinterpret that line, and I don't think anyone else should. All right, y'all don't get to taste my bestie. Okay, let's not go that far. I don't want to have to beat anyone up tonight. But anyway, point is, well, I think if we ask that question, Mystic, we have to be prepared that the answer will be that I think a lot of people might want to taste Bunny. Okay, I'm just saying. All right, you can call me Goku, you can call me Vegeta, but I'm just saying. All right, I'm just saying that. Well, you know.
My shield is down.
I think Blair's voice actually suits him. I mean, I find him to be just like this funny guy, so. You wouldn't mind getting her electric shock, huh? Jesus, Misty. Misty. I guess you're Misty now, Mystic Dove. So your name has now been changed to Misty, but Jesus, Misty. What the hell? What the hell?
Mission complete. Transport inbound. See you soon.
Okay, I gotta go clean up inventory. Give me a second. What do you mean I don't like Blair? I think Blair's handsome. I mean, he's not as handsome as me, of course. I am far more handsome with my beautiful curly hair. You know? But of course, Blair is handsome. Yes, I agree. I am just simply more handsome. Okay, whoa. Jaber, yo, listen. Jaber is in a separate category, okay? There's humans, and then there's Jaber. So. Wait, what? Dawn. First of all, clean stream policy. But second of all, why are you staring at Blair's junk? I mean, okay, you know what? Fair is fair. I'm sure the guys stare at things. So I'm sure the ladies, I'm assuming you're a lady because named Dawn. So I'm assuming you're a lady and therefore you are staring at that. But yo, really? Really? That's what you looking at? That's what you looking at? Is Blair your husbando? Listen, Mystic, I am sure you are a bunny main indeed. Carnival, I have no idea how we lost control so quickly. It definitely took a left turn. I mean, now everybody gonna be judging Dawn right there. Alright, because we know what you be looking at. Okay, and there's no shame in it. No shame in it. I'm not trying to shame you. I'm not trying to shame you, but I'm just saying, okay? Call me Goku, call me Vegeta, whatever you want, but I'm just saying, if that's what you're looking at, then okay, cool. I hear you. Bunny's ultimate costume is one of the best costumes in the game. I do not disagree. You can call me Broly as well. I mean, Don said it, and this is now what I will forever remember about Don. So I'm just saying, I ain't gonna judge you, okay? We all a little freaky here and there, you know. I mean, clean stream policy and all that, but we all a little freaky. But you know, now I know where Don's eyes go. All right, let me go. Let me actually go check. I want to go check now. Does he have one? Oh my lord. Oh my lord. She was looking, ladies and gents. She was looking. She was 100% looking right at that. That is where her eyes were focused, ladies and gents. All right. Now, I don't know, you know, whether I should, you're a brave soul for putting your tastes out there, Don. You know what? Respect. Salute. And listen, you the one who said it, Mystic. We're just keeping you honest. We're just keeping you honest. You said you would. I'm just saying. Call me Goku, call me Vegeta. Some people like to call me Broly, but you said it. So, what's Don's taste? Apparently this. Apparently, Don's taste is around the very central area of the circle that I'm making with my cursor. I cannot go into further detail because obviously that would be against my stream policy. But it is in the central area of where my cursor is circling at. I am performing a wide circle so YouTube cannot ban me. But that would apparently be Don's taste. I mean, hey, you know, you're allowed to have your crushes on your video game characters if you so choose, Mystic. You know? No, see, you weren't focusing on that. He's got a really attractive face, right? But, you know, Don was. Don was 100% focused on that. All right. For her, I'm assuming it's her, you know, because of the name. But anyway. Blair's money don't jiggle jiggle. Okay? It falls. She want to see you wiggle wiggle. For show. There's only one crush you really have? Wow. Okay. Now, you don't have to tell us, Mystic. IRL or game? IRL or game? All right. If it's IRL, he's a lucky man. Or woman. I don't judge. You know. If it's in the game, okay, fair enough. I'm not going to pry further. Your favorite flavor is orange. Okay. Noted. Noted. I love his mask, though. I love his mask. I love skull masks and iconography. Oh, yeah, Channing Tatum. That's right. That's right. You do have a crush on Channing Tatum. I'm assuming it's Channing. Just because you said that this morning. Okay. Noted. Noted with thanks. Orange lollies are the best. Okay, for everyone that doesn't know, because this can be drastically misinterpreted, Rubee is Australian. She is not saying lolly as in this spelling, okay? A lolly in Australia spelled like this is candy. Okay, I have to say this because, sorry. Us Australians, we've got different language. So, yeah, when the Japanese, they say lolly, they're thinking about something else that we don't think about. So, just be careful there. Got to do a little bit of a interpretation for the non-Australians, you know. Listen, Rubee, you got to remember, most of our chat is not Australian. They don't know how like all this language, okay? You got to remember, it means something different. Wait, you got backlash for it? What was your video game crush then? I forgot. Fair enough, Cardivel. That's also acceptable. I don't know anything about South Africa, but I figured I had to interpret that. Don might ask for Blair in a banana hammock. That's a little extreme. That is a little extreme. Arcane, it just randomly comes in here and says, me? I'm like, what? Oh, your video game crushes Cloud Strife. I mean, okay, makes sense. Kind of figures. Yeah, no, that makes sense. I mean, look, I'm not gonna say your taste is basic, but you know, I'm just I'm joking. Please feel free to enjoy Cloud. My video game crush is Sephiroth. Okay. Nothing. We were just talking about Blair's codpiece, apparently. All right. Because apparently Don's eyes line of sight be focused on the center of this circle that I'm making with my cursor. I cannot give you more details than that, Phil. Listen, my Sephiroth will beat up your Cloud anytime, okay, Mystic? Don't you even start with me, okay? He will not remain a mere memory. Hey, Arcane. Nobody beats Sephiroth, all right? That long hair is majestic. No. He beat him. He only beat him. Okay, Austin, you Destiny player, you can get the hell out of my stream right now. Yes, multiple times, but he can come back. Okay? He ain't gonna remain a mere memory. He's gonna be back, okay? He's gonna be back. Just wait for Advent Children 75. He's gonna be back. Sure, Cardivel. Whatever works for you. Baron Taki from Soul Calibur. Okay, I was always more into Ivy, but I mean, y'all know my taste. I don't think Kyle stands a chance of headbutting either Cloud or Sephiroth. They would, like, considering their strength level, they would probably just grab Kyle in mid-flight and just crush his skull or some shit. If you're talking about Taki, then yes, Mystic. But like I said, my preference was always Ivy. If I had to pick one. Nothing wrong with Tifa. Alright, everybody likes Tifa. And she's also a really nice girl. Like, just genuinely, she's just a nice girl. I mean, she literally waited for Cloud for like freaking ever. That's dedication right there. It's all good, Rubee. Get more nerdy. If you ever play Final Fantasy VII, you'll know everything we're talking about. And Soul Calibur, too. Sounds good. And enjoy that, Azure. I was never much of an Aerith fan. I liked her more in Zack's story. But I'm not big on Aerith. I guess because Tifa got more showtime in Advent Children anyway. But yeah, I don't know. Tifa's dedication just speaks to me, man. I need that loyalty in my life. I like that loyalty. Fair. Fair call, Mystical One. Anyway, all I know is that Austin named Marasov, okay? And I'm just judging him so hard. I'm silently judging you, but I'm judging you so hard. Marasov. Really? Really? Marasov. Man, listen. Listen. Oh, fair enough. I mean, I stopped watching at Advent Children, and I stopped following everything after that. Too many remakes and too many spin-offs for me. Chance, lol. Queen Mara has the power. She'll save me. I don't need her ass to save me. Alright. There's only one valid crush from Destiny.
Now what do you want?
Austin.
Go on, I'm
You wanna know who that is? It's the mail bot that checks your mails for you. Checking. I always loved her voice. So, listen. Who cares about Marasov? I want the mail bot. Alright? I demand the mail bot. Exo Stranger, don't need that either. No. I just need the mail bot, okay? Y'all can have y'all Marasovs and all that, but the mail bot. The one that checks your mail, man. It's like in Dragon Age Inquisition. You have all these romance options. You know what I did in Dragon Age Inquisition? I went straight to Lace Harding. Okay? Scout Harding is all I needed in that game. Everybody else all got all these romance options left, right. You want to ride the Iron Bull? No. Scout Harding. That's all I need. Nope. I have no interest in the remakes, Azure. None at all. I'm a man of culture. And also a man of focus, determination, and sheer will. Never played Mass Effect, by the way. I'm still waiting for the day that... oh crap, I'm on Blair. Whoops. Sorry, I gotta switch back to VSO. But I'm still waiting for the day that CGMayhem pays me excessive amounts of money to finally play Mass Effect. I'm just living for that day. But based on alternative materials that I've seen on the internet, that lady that spends all her time in the suit, yeah. What do you mean, Kiryu? Are you daring to say, Mystic, that your crush is not Majima? Alright. Have you not seen his crazy breakdancing? Every single freaking time. All you hear is Kiryu-chan. And then after that, you have to go and fight him. He's like breakdancing Machima. Oh, I will never forget that grave injustice. How many hills you want to die on, bro? How many hills you want to die on? Because you kind of dying on a lot of hills. I'm just saying. I mean, based on the crazy shit I was pulling off, sounds about right.
Sound actual to all personnel. Void storm is intensifying. Conditions are unfavorable.
Oh, excuse me, it's getting to that time of night.
Caution. Over.
Ultimate chill. Don't hate me later.
I'm sure I would, but, well, I got no time in my life to even play that. I'm barely even finishing Expedition 33. After this, I gotta listen to that song they were talking about. Gotta release my song today. Whew, lots to do.
Watch carefully.
Yo. And Darren, you like the tunes? Which tunes? My tunes or somebody else's tunes?
Stop right there. Scatter them. Freeze. I'll ice you all.
Wide-ranged shaping charge drop complete. Begin the void energy purification operation. Descendant, prime the detonator with your arcade. Then activate the remote detonation device.
Fair enough.
Don't hate me later.
One body part on every hill, huh?
Scatter them.
Sure. If that's how you want to die, then who am I to disagree? Alright. I've traveled the world in 7 seas, and everybody's looking for something. Where did Arcane go? He was here for like one comment and then he vanished. What a nerd.
Stay with one. Freeze.
Alright, see you later, Azur. Yeah, okay, so he's still here. Was wondering what happened to you. Just literally came in to comment about Blair and then just vanished. Sorry, who are you saying bye to, Mystic? Azur?
It's mine.
What's with the random smileys after? Who said you could come in my room? Get the hell out.
No.
Okay, fine, stay then, whatever. Roll. I love how they still haven't fixed. They're so quick to fix the weekly bug, but they haven't fixed the bug where she just doesn't spawn. And then she just vanishes. Oh, that's arcane. Look, guys, this is a beautiful bug that still has not been fixed. Check it out. Yeah, Pattern Elias doesn't spawn. Gotta love that. Wonderful. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Hey, why are you in here, Rena? Invading my spaces, all of y'all.
Just make sure that you follow my build. If you really want the best, just follow the build.
Lol, that follow the build thing is so soft. I gotta re-record it one day for you.
Scatter
Make
them.
sure that you follow my build. If you really want the best, just follow the build.
Nobody's gonna be able to hear that shit.
Take this.
Yeah, okay, I gotta exit. God, I hate this stupid bug.
Okay.
It's time for the hounds.
Yeah, no, this bug needs to be fixed because this bug has not been fixed, and they fixed everything else, but you know, they could fix, I don't know, important shit like this. But no, they are not fixing it. Glad you like the hounds.
It's time for the hounds.
You've never seen that, Austin, but I have. I've seen it with my own two eyeballs. And I'm deeply saddened.
This is Hound Actual to all personnel. Void storm is intensifying. Conditions are unfavorable. Proceed with caution. Over.
Take this. My shield is down. This is the ultimate chill.
Yeah, I put lip balm on. You missed it. Lol. Well, you should have been paying attention then, huh? Oh. Imagine you staring at me.
This could get messy.
How dare you stare at your favorite streamer? John is always an MVP. We're glad you can always make it back after your meetings. Hope you enjoy the show and get to relax a little bit.
Take this.
But yes, my lips are in a smooth state now, mystical one. You know I always keep them smooth,
Confirming signs of life.
as they should be.
My shield is down. Don't hate me like
Lol, Viesa has nothing on Emma Frost. Sorry, not sorry.
take this.
I'm pretty sure Emma wins with a fatality.
Absolutely.
One icicle coming up.
Descendant. I will do his bidding. I will serve with honor.
They nerfed Ines because of Ines's barking, lol. If they ever did it because of that silly reason, I would be very, very angry. Okay, my rage would increase.
Smooth as ice. Freeze.
That is true. Emma Frost would run laps around her. Anyway, for me at least, I only have one preference for
Mission
women,
complete.
so I'm fine.
All units proceed to transport location.
Should she have a different
Great
hair?
work out there.
Ugh. Rank. Actually, pretty good. Not bad. A little preppy. Okay. Kind of cute. Looks like a Fatal Frame protagonist for some reason. Cyberpunk. Never tried that, but yeah, okay. Never bought it for a good reason. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. Better.
This is HQ. Troops are on the ground.
True, true.
Transport is en route to standby position.
But who knows? Viesa might actually have more than 4 powers, you know? If you think about it. It's the game that limits it. What if Viesa actually had, like, more powers than that? Now, I mean, let's be frank. She would get absolutely destroyed. That's true. But,
This is the ultimate chill.
but still, what if Viesa actually had more powers than just 4 abilities? But, you know, they're limited 4 because, you know, it's a game. But what if Viesa actually had more technology than that? Some actually cool powers and shit. Would be pretty cool. Nah, she would never win. Like you said, it's not even a competition. I'm just thinking laterally.
RK receptor, confirming signs of life.
I mean, Emma would just make Viesa kneel like a peasant.
This could get messy.
Or that, yeah, totally.
My
That's
shield
not
is down.
incorrect.
Freeze.
Maybe Viesa can seduce Emma. No. Lol. Rena. Lol. Just because something's true doesn't mean we get to say it, okay? They could go dancing together. Yeah, sure.
My shield is down. This could get messy. Take this.
I agree with that, Austin. That would actually be kind of cool.
This is the ultimate chill.
Why am I?
Yeah, visuals and mechanics for sure.
Pound actual to HQ.
I'm down with that
Mission
idea.
complete.
I think it'd be cool if she had like an ice thrower, flamethrower, but it's an ice thrower.
I mean, technically clairvoyance counts. Technically. It does shoot a cryo ray.
I'd see her like shoot a whole blizzard out of her hand.
Well, that would be kind of cool, not gonna lie.
This is HQ. Troops are on the ground. Transport is en route to standby.
I don't
position.
think they should mix powers. No, I agree with you on that, Mystic. It would be very weird. Unless they're gonna go like Dragon Ball Z style. 2 descendants can fuse and 1 descendant has control over the fused character for like a short duration of time. Would be kind of cool though. I just go fusion, ha, and then one character gets control. Yeah. You stop playing the game. Fair enough.
You can't escape.
You don't want Dragon Ball Z fusion?
Don't break my shield.
But what if, okay, hear me out for a second, alright? What if Viessa fused with Bunny to become Bunny?
Yeah.
uh,
Descendant RK fusion.
nah, just straight up Descendant fusion. I just want to see them do the fusion dance and go fusion, ha! And then after that, Bunny becomes, like the fuse character would say, Viessa plus Bunny. I guess that makes me funny.
Oh my god.
Or if you did the other way, it'd be like Biessa. Biessa. That's terrible. Oh lord. That's a terrible idea. I kind of want that now. I know Bunny's Bane, it's not happening, Mystic Dub, but that's why we're just talking, you know, spitballing, multiverse theory here. Don't worry about it. It's not gonna happen.
Hypothetically.
Yeah, hypothetically, multiversal theory here. In S plus Bunny, to become even more electrical, you can have Biness.
My shield is down.
Right, Lewis? Bunny, come on, man. It'd be kind of hilarious.
Scatter them.
In my head, it's like absolutely hilarious right now. Because I was thinking, like, what if you did Blair fusion with Viessa? Blessa.
Nice.
It would be fire and ice with Blessa. These names are just terrible.
But that would be cool. Fire and ice, like together.
Yep. It would be a nice song of fire and ice. Blessa.
Move on.
Well, Mystic, show me the colors. I'm always up for some cool fashion. Wait, who is Vase?
Passion Elias. Deploying RK.
I just thought if they've ever eventually introduced Jeremy, then Keelan and Jeremy can fusion and become Jeelan, Jalen, whatever.
Viessa and SMO.
Viessa and Esimo. Vezimo.
Vezimo.
Vezimo. I'll give you credit, Mystic. Let me steal your police outfit, because I have the outfit too. Come on. Don't be keeping all the coolness to yourself. Eskimo. Bunny and Eugen. Boojin.
Mission complete. All units proceed to transfer location.
Yes, Bunny and
Great
Eugen.
work out there.
Boojin. Or Yunny. Either way, it's pretty bad. Yunny. Boogin.
Nunny.
Oh, these names are terrible. Oh, Lord. Buggin. Jaber and Esimo Esper.
Esper.
Esper. Hyrena. Who the hell is Hyrena? It sounds like you're saying hello to my mod Rena.
This is HQ. Troops are on the ground. Transport en route to standby position.
I kind of want Jeremy and Keelan to become Karam.
Descendant, we've confirmed a large-scale Vulgus transfer.
Freyna and
Attack their
Jaber.
deployment point.
Fraber.
Fraber.
Fraber. Or Jaina. Whichever. Actually, Jaina kind of works. Luna and Sharon. Lauren. No, it'd be Luren. Haley and Serena. Hi, Rena. Actually, that works. Although it sounds like we're just saying hello to Rena constantly.
One icicle coming up. Shall we race?
Oh my god, Ruby. Bile and Vile. Haley and Serena would be hot. Mystic. First of all, if Haley and Serena ever combined, okay, I think this game would get censored immediately. just based on what I know of both characters. Like, you know, I say this with all due respect, but this game's gonna get instant censorship.
Bunny and Kyle.
But no, I think Haley and Serena would be better off as Saley. Yes, Mystic, except clean stream policy, so I can't say that, but you get what I mean. Alright. I'm just saying. They would get money from all the thirsters, yes. And not boomers, gooners, okay? They're not gonna get money from... They might get money from 60-year-old people, but still. Okay?
Low.
I had to pause there for a second. Jaber and Ajax.
Yep.
Jajax. At this point, they just might as well use like Pokemon names to fusion. It's called Bunny and Viesa Bunieri. Luna and Bunny becomes Lopunny. Haley and Serena would be like fire and ice sniper that would probably like be able to sell like $200 skins. I'm just saying. No. I tell you, even better, Baron. Her rifle changes into a laser pointer. Okay, why? Because she will literally, instead of sniping, she will just call down a holy fire nuke straight up. Eagle 1 style, just gonna drop out of the sky. Like, Kyle will just fly and deliver it. And it will just absolutely annihilate all the Vulgus on the screen.
Shall we race? Stay where you are.
Captain Elias, deploying RK.
Take this.
I am the original.
This could get messy.
Valby plus Bunny would be Balby. Electric orbs. Balby.
One icicle coming up.
Or Bulby. Bulby, actually. Oh god, that sounds like a terrible Pokemon. Bulby.
I was literally gonna say that.
Lol.
It's just exactly what it sounds like.
Balby.
Yep.
Oh my!
But that would be cool.
Hound Actual to HQ. Mission complete.
There's down her little
Requesting
bubble things
transport
that drop.
support.
Like a water and electric field.
Yep. If she like used her launcher or like just electric orbs centered around the water and just draws them in and just shocks them,
Sick.
it would be pretty cool. Yes, indeed, Cardivel. Yes, indeed. But unfortunately, these fusions will never happen because if the fusions happen, Mystic Dove says she will stop playing. So we can't have that. You know, she runs 3 accounts. So devs will be like, no, we can't do this.
This is HQ. Troops are on the ground. Transport is en route to standby position. Best of luck, Descendants.
Descendant, we've confirmed a large-scale Vulgus transfer.
First of all, Jeremiah, please call me robot. Nobody on the planet just says, "What's up, Asian?" Because guess what? This is YouTube. Can we please not address a person by their race? Okay, kind of looks really bad in public. So let's not do that. Alright, just call me robot like everybody else. If you do that again, it's not a LOL situation. I will ban you from my stream. Okay, I have to take this seriously. So for now, I do have to take a moderation action against you. You will be able to chat in 10 minutes. Don't let it happen again. I don't act like you're addicted, Mystic Dove. You are completely addicted. You know, and therefore, we cannot allow this game, you know, we cannot allow you to quit this game. A reminder to everybody, just address me by my proper name, which is Robot, okay? If you want to address someone by their race, and by the way, the fact is that you can't just say, oh, but it's in your name as a defense, won't fly on YouTube. Take note. Yes, she does, Lewis. Yes, she does. She's got 3 accounts because she likes to be hardcore. She is core hard. And remember what I always say. If you hard, you hard. No, it's not rude at all. She'll just tell you. And she basically said why there anyway.
You can't escape.
Yum yum. Ooh, definitely starting to get to that sleepy time of night.
Captain Elias, deploying RK. I am the original.
This is the ultimate chill.
No, I'm on TikTok as well.
I'm loading. This could get messy. My shield is down. Freeze.
Yes, the original. Now, why did you ask that question, Unity Gamer? My turn to question you. Why didst thou ask that question? No, he said asking the question of why you have 3 accounts would be rude, Mystic. He didn't say having 3 accounts is rude. You misread his statement. Melt sub bosses, dude. Every other character can do exactly what she does better. Like, I'm just saying, Suburb. Mystic Dove mounting a strong defense for her 3 accounts. But no, relax. The dude wasn't saying having 3 accounts is rude, man. He just said that, you know, asking the question would be rude. I'll slander your Ice Queen right in front of you. Alright, I'll cause her personal, emotional, and deep soul-rooted trauma immediately. Okay, that's what I'll do to her, Suburb, right in front of you. Because she deserves to suffer. Like the rest of them. All beings on the planet must suffer. And only then can they understand. Fair enough, Unity Gamer. By the way, just to note, I know it's okay in this context, but you really shouldn't mention that you're a streamer in somebody else's stream. Just take note. Because doing so can paint you, usual spiel, it can paint you as somebody that's here for clout. You just don't want that, but fair enough. So I usually just caution anybody in case they're new to the industry. I don't know if you are. It doesn't matter if you are or aren't, but yeah, just take note. Okay, let's try with this. Let's see if this helps. I don't know how much I'll get, but let's try. Okay. Mystic is indeed very dedicated. She's a passionate lady. All good. Thanks for the clarification. And like, what I will say though is that the reason I don't stream on Twitch is personal, but I just don't like their profit split, and I don't like how they treat their streamers. I also don't like certain things about them, but I very much prefer YouTube's. YouTube works better for my discoverability. Like, people can just discover me on anything, so yeah.
Descendant, confirm arrival at the
Well, see you later,
zone.
Superman.
Proceed with caution.
Okay, I've got 85%. Should be enough, actually.
Don't take me later. Smooth as ice. Take this.
Specialized Vulgus aircraft has stopped to resupply. It's defenseless. Shoot it down.
Oh no. Yep, I tried Twitch for a while. It didn't really work out for me. I found it way better if I was on YouTube, because all I have to do is go live here and people discover me over time. It's working for my music too. So I like YouTube for those reasons. That and YouTube pays a lot better, for me at least. So I'm pretty happy with that. It does. Now, a lot of creative programs, unfortunately, they're very focused on Twitch still versus YouTube. But I think slowly over time, a lot of brands and a lot of companies are starting to realize that YouTube is just major, and they've been giving me a lot of exclusive deals lately, so I'm pretty happy with that. Like, Raid Shadow Legends is one of them. They understand the value of YouTube, so they're always giving me a deal, giving me a sponsorship. I love that.
Take this. Scatter them. Freeze. Stay where you are.
I see a gap in the enemy's air defenses. We can provide air support. Ground.
Freeze.
I'll be right back.
Take your time.
It's mine.
Okay.
Stay where you are. Take this. How dare they break my shield? Stay where you are.
And after playing Expedition 33, literally all I can think of every time I see the Immortality Oblivion, all I think of is the ultimate Sakapatete. And that's all I see.
Mission complete. All units proceed to transport location. Great work out there.
Yes, indeed. I just grow better here on YouTube. Because I think it just suits my personality. I don't have to... I just grow on my own. I don't need anybody, and I like it that way. I like it like that. It's actually past midnight. It's about 2 a.m. right now. I'm actually about to head off. It's kind of late. And I got things to do. Got music to drop. All that kind of stuff. But yeah, I am kind of tired. That being said, I have done some good work here. A lot of people, that's why I don't play single player pretty often, Cardivel, because a lot of people won't watch you play single player. They want to play it themselves. And I completely understand that. You know, no shame in that. It makes logical sense if you ask me. So I don't really play single player a lot. However, people have been really into Expedition 33 and they've been enjoying my content. So I might be playing it again soon. Real soon. Any quick tips for someone starting this game? Okay, Timmy, first and foremost, you want to tune into streams early. Get in here so you can engage with the community and talk with the community. That's how you learn a lot. There's a playlist of every single one of my videos here. You want to study them all. I know it sounds ridiculous. There's over 300 videos, but yeah, you're going to want to start studying. The most important thing that you'll need is the Ultimate FTP Survival Guide. This is an old guide, but it is very important and it will be able to get you from normal mode to hard mode. Once you get to hard mode, go and get Ultimate Bunny. And once you have Ultimate Bunny, follow my build for Ultimate Bunny, the updated build. You don't have to have everything in it, but you probably want to follow the build for Ultimate Bunny. I've also got several other guides on my channel that you might want to take a look at, but once you've got Ultimate Bunny, you can pretty much farm anything you need in the game. So that is your pathway, and I hope that helps, Timmy. That is as brief a summary as I can give you of how to get started in this game. Those are my quick tips. But you really want to tune into every single one of my TFD streams. So whenever I do stream TFD, you know, sometimes I might not stream it for several days, like especially over weekends. But when I do stream it, you probably want to tune in because that's your best that's literally your best bet to learn because I can show stuff live. All right. Good night, everybody. I'll be heading off now. Glad you liked the information, Timmy. You take care as well, Don. Don't be staring at too many cod pieces, all right? I'll see you at the next stream. Thank you all very much. Catch you on the next one. I'ma head out.